What's good, y'all? How's everybody doing today? This hat feels so loose. How's everybody doing today? I am black. Good job, Denzel. I'm glad you woke up that way. It'd be scary if you weren't today. All right, what's going on? Why is everything all blurred out over here? I don't like it. Hey, cut it out. Ah. It's a little better. How's everybody doing today? Living the dream. Having a good day. Awesome. Moderate white, too. He didn't change either. That's good. I'm glad that everybody is the same color that they were yesterday. I am very happy to hear that for everyone. If anybody changed colors over the course of the night, I would advise that you seek medical help immediately. Okay? We're not going to have any Michael Jacksons over here, okay? We want no color changing. Or at least minimal color changing. Mike, thank you so much for the $1 over on Venmo. Said I can't wait to see you in that Patriots hat. Yeah, it'll be here on Thursday. I'll wear it sometime this weekend. Just to let you know, I got the most obnoxious one I could find, by the way. MJ did take longer. He was over decades, okay? But still, just none of that, okay? He did take much long. Orange is not an option also. Okay. I know Donald Trump does go and, change, he's a little more orange, but to be in fairness to Donald Trump, he only puts the orange on so that he can cover up his decaying flesh. So that's pretty cool. Don't cash the $2,000 check from Trump return. First of all, I'm still waiting on my Doge check from earlier this year. So let's start there. Okay, so I'm still waiting on my Doge check. That I got told the same thing about my Doge check. I got told, Paulie, don't cash your Doge check if you're going to be on here like this. Paulie, your Doge check doesn't belong to you. Okay. And I said that I would donate my Doge check. Okay. Who did I say I was going to donate it to? I don't even remember. I said I was going to donate it to somebody. I don't know if I said I was going to donate it to, it might have been migrants, a migrants foundation, or was going to be towards trans youth. I don't remember what I was going to donate it to my mods. To my mod. Oh, all right, maybe all my mods get special mod hoodies or something. We'll see. But I was going to donate it to something. But, here we are. like almost a year after I was supposed to get this Doge check. And not only did I not get a Doge check, okay, but they disbanded Doge. Okay. So not only did I not get a Doge check, but they got rid of Doge completely. So I don't think I'm going to get my Doge check. Okay. Now, all right, he's saying there's going to be a tariff check. Now, he's already been saying this for a few months. Okay. Unfortunately, just thought I'd let you know, he hasn't made enough on tariffs to even come close to sending everyone $2,000. Okay. Not even in the ballpark. Okay. He hasn't made enough on tariffs to send every person $1. All right. So there's a long ways to go. Okay. There's a long ways to go before we get to everybody getting $2,000. Okay. Because he has nowhere met that amount in tariffs this year. But if Trump does find a way to send $2,000 to every American, then I'll just donate it to something that Trump would hate. That's pretty simple. I'll just donate it to something Trump would hate. Maybe I'll donate it to like one of those like charity groups that goes around tracking ICE and letting people know where ICE is going. That sounds like fun. See, you guys say Planned Parenthood, but I don't think Trump would hate that. Trump just says he would hate that, but I don't think he'd actually hate it. Yeah. I bet you I could play for a pretty good lawyer. For somebody. I think I could play for a pretty good lawyer for for a migrant with Donald Trump's check. What do you guys think? Oh, you know what I could say? You know what I could donate to? I could donate it to like to Mark Kelly's Lawyers Fund. He's been asking for donations lately. Yeah, I'll donate it to somebody. Maybe I'll donate it to Mark Kelly. To kill more Brago Garcia, that's a good one too. Oh, that would really piss him off. We cost way more than that check. Yeah, I didn't say you didn't. I've hired lawyers before, but $2,000 goes a long way. Yeah. But regardless of any of that, I have no issue with that because unlike people, you guys over there on the right, I can think past like further than myself. Yeah. I can think further than myself. You are what's called easily manipulated. Okay. And then it's just like, oh, so he's going to give me $2,000. Oh, I love him. Give me more orange Cheeto dust on my face. I love it. I'm going to rub it all in. Let me stick my nose up Trump's bum so I can rub the orange Cheeto dust all over my face. Like, he got that money from you, right? If he gives you $2,000, he's literally just giving your money back. You know how much of a bitch you got to be for someone to rob you of your money and for you to thank them for giving it back? You know how sad of a person you got to be to have someone rob you and then give you your money back and then you thank them for it. Just saying, man, that takes a level of bitch I just ain't got in me, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but hey, if you're willing to live your life like that, then more power to you. If you choose to live your life like that, then more power to you. All right. that's just that's just a level I ain't got in me, y'all. That's just a level I ain't got in me. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're just getting this thing started and getting this thing moving. If you want to come in, hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, double tap that screen. Help to support the live. That does help to not only protect the lives. As you can see, I'm back on my main today, and it helps to protect the live. Okay, but doing it on all sides actually helps to bring more viewers in. It lets both YouTube and TikTok know that like, hey, I'm here. And you guys enjoy watching me. So all the support really does go a long way to help a lot more than just helping me to keep these live running and all that sort of stuff. But that also helps too. But tapping that screen, hitting that like button, they also do amazing things. So I really, really appreciate that. So let's get this thing up to let's see. On YouTube, we should easily get this thing up to 100 likes really quickly. And over on TikTok, let's get this thing up to 100,000. Let's not waste any time here. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. All right, we are going to... Oh, I'm already getting phone calls in. That's early for the live today. But I think we're about to get this thing going and get this thing started. Have some fun. Sorry, 1 second, Joe. But yeah, it's literally every single day. It's literally every single day we're here. Actually, I think I'm going to start taking Wednesdays off. I think Wednesday is my new day off. I was always late on Wednesdays anyway. So like, I think I might just start taking Wednesdays off for a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. We're getting into tennis season. And so I don't know when I need to take the day off and when I need to be here. So we shall see. But as from now, I think I'm going to start taking some Wednesday time off. And going from there. But I'll let you guys know. Make sure you guys are in the Discord too. Oh, I guess that little maggot ran away. It's so funny how little patience they have. Like they'll join a live, and if they can't get on within like 4 seconds, they just run away. It's really funny. Hello, how are you?
Good. Holy shit. Wait, is this actually the live?
Yeah, didn't you see the number on a live?
Yeah.
Then why would you not expect the phone line to go to that live?
No. I'm confused. Okay, cool.
That's crazy. Okay. If I saw a phone number on the live and then I called that phone number, my expectation would be that I got on that live. It would not then surprise me to be on that live. Yeah. But hey, I mean, up to you. That's totally fine.
Brother, it's 2026. I expect nothing less.
Okay. Well, here's what I do expect in 2026. First of all, how old are you?
32, my friend.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, so let me say it like this as well. We as Americans, we cannot play this red versus blue bullshit. Like, the government is the government. We are Americans, and we can't keep pretending like there's two sides to this shit. There's not.
I'm not playing red versus blue, sir. I'm playing democracy versus fascism.
Well, what? Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and Obama were better?
Yeah, so was John McCain and John Kerry and George W. Bush and George H.W. Bush and fucking Reagan was better, and so was fucking Ted Cruz, and so was fucking Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. All of those people were all better. Yeah, not just people on the left. They were all better because, again, I'm not playing red versus blue. I'm playing democracy versus fascism. Hell, at this point, Nixon was fucking better.
Okay. When statistically speaking, when was the economy better? Under which president?
Last year, 2024.
2024, the economy was better
Yeah.
under Joe Biden.
Good job. Yep.
Statistically speaking, here I'm actually
Statistically, our unemployment rate was almost like 25% lower. We were in record numbers of job creation, and we lost a million jobs in 2025, including huge numbers in manufacturing.
So let me also ask you this then. If we had multiple job manufacturings and we also had the highest illegal immigration, how were Americans getting jobs over illegal immigrants?
Okay, that's really easy. Okay, because undocumented immigrants and just immigrants in as a whole actually create jobs for Americans, not the other way around.
So I'm a tradesman. That's not true.
Well, I'm sorry. You wanted to talk about statistics, okay, and now you want to talk about your anecdote. I don't know what's going on with your anecdote in whatever trade you do, okay? Because I'm not talking about. Hold on, sir. Because I'm not talking about your personal life, okay? I am talking. You said under what data, like under what statistics were better. The unemployment rate was lower. Job creation was at an all-time high, and the reason for that is because across the United States, okay, immigrants create jobs. They also boost the economy and allow for more money to go into companies for them to be able to expand that create more jobs. But that's not even the main reason why they create more jobs.
So here, let me go ahead and give you this. The U.S. economy in 2024 had a 2.8% growth rate, 2.9 in 2023. Since 2026, it's been at a 4.2. Inflation rates, 2.4 by September 2024. Down from a peak at 9.1.
What was it the next month?
2022.
Yeah, why are you talking about 2022? What was it when Biden? What was it when Donald Trump took office?
Wait. Why are we talking about when he took office? Because
that's the number that Trump had to work on.
Yeah, that's damn right.
So what was the world's inflation? What was the world's inflation rate in 2022?
Wait. Okay.
No, I'm not waiting. What was the world's inflation rate in 2022? It's a simple question. Well, just say I don't know, and I'll just tell you.
No, world inflation rate. What would you say? When? What year?
2022. The same time you're claiming for Biden.
2022. Yeah, because 7.93.
Okay, cool. What was the inflation rate in the industrialized world?
In 2022.
At the same time you're talking about for Biden. By the way, it was higher than that. You must have been looking at the end of 2022, not at the peak numbers like you were just claiming for Biden. Because actually the world's inflation rate peaked over 10.
Okay. So
do you know why that is?
Let me ask you this question.
No, how about you just tell me why that is?
Oh gosh, I can't ask you a question.
Well, yeah, you can totally ask me a question, but you're about to switch subjects, and I'm not ready to switch subjects yet.
No. I'm not trying to switch subjects. Same subject, illegal immigration.
No. That's not the same subject. We're actually talking about the inflation rate. See, I knew you were about to do it. Okay. See, the inflation rate was up. Sir, calm down there, buddy. Hey, you said you were in your 30s. How about you act like it, bud? The inflation rate was so high, because of COVID. Okay. Sir, I really don't need all this, sir.
We're not going to do that.
No, we're not going to do that. You're going to be quiet and let me finish my sentence. And then you can speak. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So the inflation rate went up across the entire world in 2022 as a reaction, to the shutdown factories, the shortage of durables, the shutdown shipping lanes due to COVID. Okay. The whole world's inflation rate went up. Okay. So since the whole world's inflation rate went up.
Thanks, Biden.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Can you please explain to me how Biden caused the inflation rate to go up in Italy?
So when we started, we are the global power. We literally everyone looks to us, right? So when Biden started shutting down the economy for stupid shit like, wearing masks, do this, do that, right? In COVID, guess what? There's been fucking millions. There has been fucking billions of stupid ass little viruses, right? That have plagued society, Black Plague. Guess
When
what?
did we shut down the? When did we shut down businesses? Yeah. When did we shut down, sir? Sir, when did we shut? Sir,
the entire economy.
hello.
He wanted
Hello.
to make kids wear masks. He wanted to enforce all these policies because what?
When did we shut down the economy in the United States?
Some little fluke.
Hey, sir.
Oh, wait, hold up.
When did we shut it down? When did all those businesses shut down?
I had to have a paper in my van.
I do not care about your paper. I asked you when all these businesses started shutting down.
You're a fucking liberal, so you don't care about anything.
I'm actually not a liberal, but besides that, can you answer the question?
Well, you sound gay as fuck, so 100%.
Are you trying to have sex with me? Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I alluded
to. It sounds like you have some closeted feelings. Now, can you answer the question of when all those fucking businesses shut down?
Hey, we're 30. We're 30. Remember? Calm down.
No, I'm in my 30s. You're acting like a teenager. Now, can you answer the question?
Oh, wait. I'm acting like what?
Sir, this is your last chance to answer the question, or I'm hanging up the phone and moving on to an adult.
Guarantee you're going to hang up the phone because that's what liberals do.
Yeah, if you don't answer the question, I will.
You guys silence people. That's exactly
5,
what you're like mad at the government
4,
for doing.
3.
Oh yeah.
2,
the government
1.
silences us.
All right, cool. The government shut down in 2020 under Donald Trump, sir. The government shut down in 2020, not when Biden was president. It shut down in 2020. So if you're saying that the reason for inflation was that the government was shut down, then that would be the Trump's fault that the inflation was so high. See, that's all I wanted to be able to say. Okay. It's a shame your parents didn't love you enough to raise you correctly. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you guys come in and hit that like button, double tap that screen. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys would like support, I do have super chats, super stickers, live gift goals, all that fun stuff. Those do help boost the live and get more people in here so we get better conversations. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, it truly is a shame that their parents didn't, just teach them the least amount of manners. Hi.
You ready to talk civil now?
Did you call back to get my phone number?
No.
Oh, then fuck off my live. Why are you talking to me? Anyways, I figured if he was calling back, it was because he was trying to, get my phone number. I wouldn't have given it to him. I mean, besides the one that's on here. But, he definitely had some repressed feelings that were going on. I was just trying to help him out. Yeah, dude, I know I'm good looking, okay? I don't know why he can't just say something. Hello? Hello? All right, that person's not there either. All right, let's keep this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys still support Trump, please make sure you can call in on the phone line. You can join the guest request box, all that sort of stuff. And we can have a conversation. And that's how we do this thing. You guys all having a good day? I was hoping we were going to have a good live today. They're already on one, though. They're already on one. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I got on. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. All right.
Awesome. That dude's still calling, by the way. He is very strange. Anyways, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. Why's that?
Especially after this Iranian debacle.
Especially after this Iranian debacle?
Yes. Yeah.
What debacle is that? Can I ask you a question? What does anything that Iran is doing have to do with the fact that affordability is freaking through the roof in the United States and we don't have jobs anymore? Can I just ask you a question?
That's a good question. I'm not surprised you don't know the answer to that. But
sure.
The Islamic Republic is what the Iranian people are rising up against. Do you know anything about that?
Yes, I do. Now, can you answer my question?
Okay. Yeah, the Islamic Republic and other interested parties into their many of the BRICS nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China.
I know what the BRICS nations are, sir.
Say again?
I know what the BRICS nations are.
Okay. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm. Okay. It's pretty obvious, I think. Do you know what the Quran instructs?
Sir, I am very familiar with the Quran. I'm familiar with all of these things. Okay, I don't. You don't need. Look, guess what? Ayatollah, bad. Iranian government, bad. Okay, don't let them have nukes. Horrible people. Fund terrorism. How does that help the fact, sir? How does that help the fact, sir? Sir, how does that help the average American who can't afford a home, who's just lost freaking a bunch of healthcare or their food benefits? How affordability is apparently a Democratic hoax now. How freaking Donald Trump wants to support housing for Americans. I just want to know that Donald Trump, who ran his entire platform. Because okay, sir, hold on, sir. Sir. How Donald Trump ran his entire platform on America first and seems to be only and completely concentrated on every other country on the planet. I want to know how that helps me out.
I thought you cared about other people on the planet. Isn't that why you guys supported mass immigration from every country?
Okay, who said that?
All of a sudden not support that because Trump
who said that?
Addressing the issue. Which one do you support? Do you support?
Can you please show me anyone saying I support mass immigration from every country?
Did you vote for Biden and Kamala?
Did Biden ever say that?
Yes.
Okay, can you please show me where he said that?
I'm not surprised you don't know. I'm not your fucking. Yeah. I'm not.
I am. You should be surprised I don't know because it never happened and it doesn't exist.
Because you're too stupid to know and you're denying.
Well, sir, why don't you educate me then, sir? Educate me, sir. What are you talking about the Islamic Republic? We're talking about Biden saying he supports mass immigration from every country.
It's all relevant, dumbass.
Well, cool. Then make it relevant and prove your point.
Okay, I will. So the Islamic Republic.
No. Okay, you prove your point that Joe Biden said, I support mass immigration from every country. Prove that.
How do you want me to prove that?
Oh, just tell me where I can find like either a quote or a video, an article, anything that says that. Literally anything. I'll take a bad source. How about that, sir? I'll take a bad source that says that. How about that?
Convenient for you Islamic fucks to Biden was high as fuck every time he went to speak to the public.
So was he too high to speak, or was he saying he supported mass immigration from every country? I can't keep up, sir. Which one is it?
Say again?
Apparently, he is both too high to speak and also said that he supports mass immigration from every country. That's pretty impressive how he was both not speaking and speaking at the same time. That's pretty impressive.
Once again, I'm not.
He somehow orchestrated an entire plan to bring people. He somehow orchestrated an entire plan to bring in all these people from all different countries and also was too high to move. He is both a mastermind and completely incompetent all at the same time. That's pretty impressive.
How many immigrants do we have coming during the Biden?
Sir, that is not what I asked you. Either you prove to me.
No, I want to know.
Sure, gladly. I will do that, sir. Sir, I can. Sir, I will gladly answer. Hey, I will gladly answer your question. I will gladly answer your question.
It's in the tens of millions.
Sure, I will gladly answer your question. Okay, I have no problem answering your question. Okay.
I'm saying your ignorance is your complacence.
Yeah, that's fine, sir. You, sir. I don't need the ad homs. They bore me. Okay.
Based on your stupidity.
The ad homs bore me, sir. Okay, so you can stop. Okay, so here's what's gonna do. I will gladly answer your question, but first you are either going to have to provide to me proof that Biden said that he supports mass immigration from every country, or B, or B, or B, or B,
I don't have a screen to show you. What do you want me to send you? Or B, text or an email.
Sir, you can just tell me what the name of the article is. I'll put it on the screen for everybody to see.
You're dumbasses. If you can see something happening in front of your face, and as long as there's not an article on the internet, you'll say it didn't fucking happen.
Sir, I'm not saying anything did or did not happen. All I'm saying is that Biden never said the words, I support mass immigration on a scale from mass immigration from every country. That's it. He never said that.
Does he? Okay. One.
That's all I'm saying.
Two,
okay,
does he have to say it? Does he even have to say it?
Then if you're going to say he said it, sir, I would love to move on. Sir, I'm sure you would love to move on with this conversation. All right, I'm muting you. All right, so I would love to continue this conversation with you, sir. Okay, like really, I really would. It sounds like you have some interesting points that I would love to talk about. Okay, but I'm not going to talk about a single fucking thing with you. Okay, until you either prove what you said because it's a bold-faced lie, or admit that it's not true. Okay? One of those two things is going to happen if you would like to continue this conversation. And it sounds like you have a whole bunch of stuff you want to talk about. Okay, and a whole bunch of stuff you want to get off your chest. And I would love to let you get it off your chest and continue on with the conversation, sir. But what I can't do is allow for you to just blatantly lie and make a claim about somebody, okay, and then say, I support that claim, okay, without any proof of that whatsoever. Okay, sir? So, which one is it going to be? Are you going to show me proof that Biden said that? Or are you going to admit that there is no proof of that because it does not exist? If not, if you can't do one of those two, then I can't allow you to keep speaking on my live, which it sounds like you want to do.
Am I still muted? Am I muted? Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, sir. I can hear you the whole time.
No. Well, why do you have to dictate the conversation like that? It sounds like
because this is my live, okay, and my platform. Nope, I'm not having you agree with what you're saying at all. I'm not saying I agree or disagree. All I'm saying is the statement that you made is unequivocally and provably fucking false.
I'm on my laptop.
Okay, cool.
What kind of proof? Do you want a video?
I
do you
want
an email? Do you want
any
a text?
of those things of
What do
Biden
you
saying, I support mass immigration from every country.
Okay, while you're on your live, let me spend some time looking for it. How much time do you have?
I got all fucking night, dude. I just got on.
I've got a strong feeling, if you know I looked this up, you're just gonna go, oh well. Well,
hey,
one, he's fucking high as fuck. So
sir, not only will I,
credibility.
sir, I don't need all the rest of this rhetoric. Okay, if you find it, I will put it on the screen for everybody to see. Okay, easy stuff, sir. I'll put it on the screen for everybody to see. You have the right to prove me unequivocally wrong in front of 2,000 people right now, and I'll put it right on the screen for everybody to see.
This is arbiters of information and truth, don't you? You think only you guys can say the truth, and everything else is a lie.
Sir, if I was saying only I could say the truth, then why would I be asking you for evidence?
Because you're an instigator and you're a fucking leftist.
No, sir. I just actually only work with things that can be proven and not my feelings. Okay. You're going off of your emotions and your feelings.
Have you read,
okay. And I'm going off of data. Okay.
Have you read 1984 by chance by George Orwell?
Yes, sir. I have. Now, is that where Biden said he supports mass immigration from every country? Because I don't remember Biden saying that in George Orwell's book. And if he didn't say that in George Orwell's book, then I don't have a fucking clue why we're talking about it.
You know what doublethink is? It is.
All right, sir. Well, I'll just mute you. That's fine. You're spending a lot more time talking and a lot less time finding what I need you to find. So I'll just mute you until you find it. Sound good? Okay? Because I feel like if you were doing less talky, more searchy, we'd be past this part of the conversation. Okay? Dominant, thank you so much for the happy poop. I really, really appreciate that. Also, Dominant, thank you so much for the party hat. I really appreciate that also. Great Granny, thank you so much for the marshmallow. I really appreciate that. And Dominant, thank you so much for the clapping seal. I really appreciate that also. Thank you so much.
Genocide, and I think you deserve death.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I think you deserve a lot worse than what the fuck the Iranian people are having to go through right now.
Oh, you just threatened me. That's cute. Anyways, you're a big tough guy on the internet. Sir, you're muted. No one can hear you, okay? I said we could talk about all those things if you just proved your point. But instead of just admitting that you lied, okay, and Biden never said that, and we would already be talking about Iran right now, you can't fucking do it. So instead of just, we could be talking about all those things you want to talk about. All you have to do is say, Biden never said that, and I lied, and we can move on with the conversation, and we can talk about all those things you want to talk about, okay? But I am going to need you to say that first.
I'm not going to lie to you. I know.
All right, then prove it, and we won't move on. That's fine.
I'm not your bitch. I don't need to. You have the internet, too.
No, you're not my bitch, sir. You're just a bitch, okay?
You're a little fucking pussy. Okay.
Sir, you literally just said I deserve death on my live. I don't know what you're talking about, stooping to a level. But anyway, sir, either you find it, you admit you're wrong, or I am going to have to move on to the next guest, sir, because this is starting to get boring. So which one is it going to be, sir? Are you going to prove it?
I'm tired of being...
All right, so last chance. Are you going to prove it or say that you were wrong? If not, I do have to move on to the next caller.
Okay. I don't have a video. No, I don't have a video directly in front of me of what I can send you of Joe Biden.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and admit you're wrong.
I admit I don't have a video of it.
You admit that he didn't say it.
I'm not gonna get on my laptop. I want to get
Okay,
on
sir.
with the conversation.
Well, no, I'm going to get on to a conversation that is 100% correct, just with somebody else. So I hope you have a wonderful day, okay?
So, yeah. Hey.
All right. Wow. Unhinged. Jesus Christ. You know, this is the big problem with the right. It's like, it's okay to just admit you're wrong, dude. It's totally okay. You can just say, I was wrong, okay? There was nothing to say that. I was just wrong. And then we just move on. Your guys' inability to just admit that you're wrong is sad. Hello, how are you?
Oh, hi.
Hi, how old are you?
Yo, I'm sorry, man. I don't support Trump.
All right, dude. Hello, how are you? Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit
Hi.
that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys.
1 second. Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 35.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Okay, this is I don't, but I do in the sense that he's our leader, and I just feel like I can't control the outcomes of what he does, and so I want the best for America, and he's our leader.
Yeah, we all want the best for America, sir. That's why we fight against the person that's trying to destroy us as a country.
Yeah, but I don't know what we can do. So at this point, I'm just like, better join him than fight him. You know?
Yeah, would you have said that same thing about Hitler or Mussolini, sir?
No.
Okay, why not? He was the leader.
That's true. I don't know. I don't know what we can do. There's a few. I mean, I will say there are a few things I agree with him on, but I think his way of doing things is horrible. But at the same time, I don't know what else they could do.
Well, we could support the Constitution. We could support democracy. We could support, fight up against fascism or Donald Trump's Gestapo. That's, he's using as his private police to go out and kill American citizens. We can support humanity.
Yeah.
We can support people not being put in concentration camps. We can support the rights of women and minorities and everybody else. We can fight against people like Stephen Miller, who support incredibly racist acts and racist, criminal freaking, things in the United States. We can fight against that. We can vote in the midterms to put a check on that power. And we can do all of those things, sir, very, very easily. Okay. Or we can just sit back and take it like what you're doing. Okay. I prefer the former rather than the latter.
Okay. All right. So do you think okay, I understand. I don't agree with him personally. I think there's some things he's done that's been good, right? A couple things.
Sure. Any good things that he has done are completely outweighed by the bad things that he's done. So it really kind of is not really too much of a point in mattering.
And also, with me, I wasn't a Biden supporter. I don't really like a lot of the last few presidents. Now, Trump's different. I think that's why some people vote for him, but then also that's why a lot of people hate him. So I think it's complicated. It's very nuanced, in my opinion.
I don't think it's very nuanced at all, sir. I think it's pretty simple, to be completely honest with you. All right. I support the United States. I support our country. I support freedom. I support democracy. I support the Constitution. If you support those things, you can't support Donald Trump. It's just that simple.
Well, since he's already president, what can we do? Do we just write out the 4 years?
We can vote in people in the midterms that are going to impeach him.
Okay. Do you think? All right. Okay. Do you think he could get impeached next year?
Yeah, if we vote correctly. Or again, we can just sit back and take it like you're doing.
Okay. Well, I did vote the last term just because I cared about my local elections. I didn't know that would have an impact on Trump, but
yeah. Well,
but okay.
I do really appreciate that, sir. I am going to move on to the next caller and keep this thing going, but I hope you have a wonderful one, all right?
Thank you, you too.
All right. All right, y'all, we're going to keep this thing going. If you guys like support, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give me a like, too. I really appreciate that. Go ahead and give me a like over on YouTube, and let's get this thing up to 100,000 likes. I don't know how we're not there yet over on the TikTok side. Let's help boost the live, keep the live up and going. I really appreciate you guys. This is my first day back over there, so I could really use your help. Hello, how are you?
Pretty good, and you?
Good. How old are you?
41.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, sir, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Why is that?
Yes. Why is
Because
that?
he's only one of the greatest greatest presidents we've ever had.
And how is he one of the greatest presidents we've ever had?
You don't see people in D.C. can come out of their homes. People in Chicago can come out of their homes. People all around the United States, other than liberal cities, can come out of their homes.
Chicago
because
people
they're
can
no
come out of their
longer
homes
afraid.
just to get attacked and beat
they're
up by
afraid.
ICE. That's
You better
super
call
cool.
them people in D.C. You better call them people in D.C. They were scared. There's a lady right now that says she ain't come out of her home in 48 years because she's been scared.
48 years. That's pretty
Since
impressive.
Donald Trump sent those people into D.C. and wiped all the bad out of D.C.,
Mhm.
she ain't
Yeah.
afraid to sit on her front porch now.
Yeah.
And it's a black woman.
Oh, well, that changes it.
Hey, everybody says Donald Trump's against the blacks, right? Racist Trump, right? That's what everybody
Sir,
says.
why do I have a
Racist
feeling
Trump.
you've never been to DC ever?
Oh, I haven't? My uncle is a freaking military officer that works at the Pentagon in D.C.
I'm
I've
not
been
talking
there
about
many,
your
many
fucking
times.
uncle. I said
I've
you.
been there many, many times.
He's never been to DC. This
Many
dude has
times,
never
buddy.
left
I
fucking.
walked those streets.
This dude
I've
has
seen
never
shit
left whatever
sitting on the
town outside of
sidewalk.
Birmingham he grew up in.
I seen who, me? I sound like I'm out of Birmingham? Is that what you said? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, did you disappear?
No, I'm right here.
Repeat yourself. What did you say?
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to them.
Oh, you're talking to somebody else. Okay, I thought you were talking to me. I just want to make sure I hear the whole conversation so we're on the same conversation. But Donald Trump has done great for this country. I mean, what did Biden do for us?
All right, Chips and Sciences Act, the PACT Act, the largest infrastructure bill in American history.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How about letting in over that many millions of illegal people?
Sir. You
That-
asked what
that's a
good he did. I
tragedy
just
to
told
our
you. Why are
economy.
you going to respond to anything that I actually said, or are you just going to yell
That's a
immigration
tragedy
like
to our
Donald Trump
economy.
does?
That's a tragedy to our country.
It was a
You're telling me
tragedy to our
giving-
country.
to
Letting
bring
having
in
brown
that
people
many
here.
People that many people. So you think I'm not because I'm white? Are you assuming I'm white?
Oh, I know you're white, sir.
Oh, you better check yourself, brother.
Yeah, that just
I'm
proved
way
it.
far
Thanks.
from white.
That just
I'm
proved
way
it.
far from
Just
white.
what you just said right there just fucking proved it. Yeah.
Oh, because I called you brother?
Not that you called me brother, just the way you called me brother.
That's because I see
Yeah,
everybody in the world
there's
as
a
my
way
brothers
that there's a
and
way
sisters.
that black people call you brother, and there's a way
Everybody
that
in
white
my
people call
world
you brother.
is my brothers and
And he,
sisters, bro.
what was that comedy skit where they're like my brother? What fucking comedy skit is that?
So now you're discriminating because you think I'm not black and you're assuming by my language
No, sir.
I'm white.
I know,
That's some racist shit
I
right
know
there.
you're not black.
That is some
Okay.
racist shit, buddy. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Born and raised. I'm darker than you've ever seen, homeboy. You better step up and think about
It was Key and Peele, wasn't it?
No clue who I am.
Yeah, and I really don't
You
care.
have no clue. Exactly. You're sitting there trying to profile me on how I talk. Now, that's some racist shit right there.
Okay.
Profile me. You're trying to tell me I'm a white man because
You
of the
are.
tone
You
I'm
are.
using,
You are a whole
because
white
I'm
man.
An educated man.
Saturday Night
You're
Live?
telling
Yeah.
me
Or was it Key?
because
Was it Saturday Night Live?
now I'm white. You see this stuff, people? You see who you're talking to on this network?
No, it wasn't Clayton
He is
Bigsby.
assuming that I am a white man because I'm not speaking
My
ghetto.
brother. Key and Peele.
I'm not
Yeah, that's
a
what skit was
ghetto
that?
hood nigga,
It was Key and Peele. What
'cause
skit
I'm
was
not a
that?
Ghetto hood nigga out here. So now I'm white.
What skit was that?
That is some disrespectful shit. Because I went to college, I'm not white.
You went to
I'm not black.
college?
I'm white.
You
Yes,
went to
sir, I
college?
did. I had one parent, my mother, and I pushed myself through high school and I pushed
You know what?
myself
You know what?
through
Like
college.
really
I
proves that
worked
he's
2
not
jobs
black.
to get my
And like
bachelor's
no joke, like
degree.
what really proves he's not black, right? Is like if he was black, he wouldn't be trying so hard to convince me.
It's insane.
No, the fact
Like
that
if somebody said I wasn't black, I would just be like, I don't
white.
give a fuck what you think, and it was Black
The fact
Jeopardy.
that you
Thank you. It was
disrespected
Saturday
me
Night Live
of
Black
my
Jeopardy.
own
It was Tom Hanks. It
own
wasn't
race.
Key and Peele.
And
It was
you
it was
about to
Saturday
get
Night
some
Live
phone
Black
calls
Jeopardy.
now.
Thank you so
You're
much.
gonna enjoy tonight And you're gonna get all from all my brothers.
My
You're gonna get it
brother.
from all my brothers tonight.
That's exactly what he sounds
you're gonna
like,
get
dude.
one here in
Tell me he
about
didn't say it
5
exactly
minutes.
like that, dude.
5 minutes.
Tell me he doesn't sound
Wow.
exactly like that.
I'm about to show you. You're about to your phone's gonna blow up with every one of these fools. Let's see here. What's your number?
You're still here? Holy shit.
Yes, sir. I am. I'm human in your ignorance.
God.
Yes, sir. I.
Oh, where'd you go? He's having a whole time. Yeah, it was Black Jeopardy where he said that shit. Anyways. Taddy, thank you so much for the $5. Said Biden hit 1984 and not Trump. He didn't read the book, did he? No, he did not. That guy did not. That guy can't spell George Orwell. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you can for me. I really, really appreciate that. It does help to boost the live and keep everything going.
Insane.
So I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Tatted, thank you so much. And Infamous, thank you so much for $2. Said, Hail Satan, I love what you're doing, Paulie. Keep it up. Can we get a Hail Satan in the chat for Infamous? I really appreciate that. And Portia, thank you so much for the $5 over on Cash App. We're gonna keep this thing going. I'm gonna pull up the my brother thing a sec. Granny, thank you so much. Dominic, thank you so much. Patrick, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Carolyn, thank you so much for the $10. Said, why does MAGA think they can come on your live and spread propaganda and not be asked to prove it? I don't know. I guess they're just used to just getting away with just saying that was a whole white man. Okay. He was Caucasian from the Isles of Caucasus. All right. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
Yo,
That baby has an 800 credit score right now. How old are you?
I just want to make sure I'm live.
Yeah, how old are you?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Hello, how are you?
hello.
Oh, you're not old enough. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 21.
You're 21. Awesome. Do you still support Trump? Do
What's up?
you still support Trump?
I do. I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
So honestly, it's not like a big talking point I hear from these guys. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of trolls on here, but it all goes back to like the debate with Biden. They're talking about the ice walks with Agartha and Hyperborea.
Hold on. What did you just say to me? Hold on. Stop. What did you say? Comes back to Biden with what?
He was talking about the debates with Biden, talking about opening up the ice walls to Hyperborea and legalizing UFO white trips with the white boys. I still like really big on that. So
I really,
kinda don't really
truthfully,
like point.
I think you're trying to say something sly, and so you're trying to say it slickly, but unfortunately, nobody can understand you, so it's not getting there. Okay, so I am gonna need you to
white trips with the white boys to Agartha.
All right. Well, this is a waste of time. But hey, our school system does failed us on many times. So what are you gonna do? Caller was Darnell. Yeah. Hello. How are you? All right, we're gonna keep this thing going. We'll get somebody in here to chat sooner or later. That's all right. I thought school was back in. I thought parents started like talking to their kids again, but I guess not. Parents, raise your children. Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 35.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
for every reason you just ignored this entire fucking live. Dude, I watch you time and time again move the goalposts. It's so
He's a
fucking
fan.
deep.
He a
Oh,
fan. He
not
a fan.
really.
He a
I
fan.
just like watching you
See,
get
MAGA,
cooked, to
just
be
let you
honest.
know,
I
just
wanted to say,
just
Paulie, you're
like
a
this
bitch,
guy,
nigga, straight up.
just like
You
this
half
guy
mutt.
said, dude, just because
You
you're MAGA
suck,
doesn't
bro.
mean that you
Skid
can't
Row,
be a
bitch.
fan and follow.
You
Okay,
suck.
I'd prefer if you are gonna be a
hey,
MAGA. I prefer if you are gonna be a MAGA that follows
when you
me,
tried to
maybe
stick
a
up
little
for Biden
less
sniffing all
whining.
those kids?
Preferably.
Remember when you were sticking up for Biden
But-
sniffing all those kids? He
but-
never.
You know, maybe a little less whining. All right, but you know, I still support you to come and and call in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. A little more house training though would be preferable. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Not really. I'm here to agree with you.
All right. Well, I'm not interested. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
I'm 67.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Actually, I was curious as to your show because I haven't determined yet who you support, what you support.
Democracy,
Right.
Constitution,
Okay. So
the law.
So you really don't support either side, do you?
I support the Democratic side more than I support the Republican side, but this has nothing to do with
Okay.
Democrat or Republican. This has to do with Donald Trump being in blatantly against the law, blatantly against the Constitution, spreading lies, propaganda, having a freaking, his own Gestapo out there shooting American citizens in the face, about him freaking, just doing whatever
so
he
you think
wants.
you think that our government actually has a Democratic and a Republican side, right?
Those are the two parties, yes.
Right. I agree. That's the what they have is choose from, that and that. Isn't that kind of odd, don't you think? I mean,
It's not odd, or
what
it's the way
about
our country was designed.
Well, it was actually designed on the difference between what's right and what's wrong.
No, it was
Our
specifically
God-given right.
designed to have a two-party system. That's how it was designed by the founding fathers.
Well, no, I don't
Yes.
believe so at all.
Well, it
Were
was.
you there when they did it?
No, but I do have the ability to read books, and they
Okay, and I do
wrote
too.
about it like
I do
very
too.
specifically.
Go ahead and tell me exactly where it was said that it would be the two parties only.
Well, it doesn't say it would be the two parties only, but when it was originally set up, it was set up with the idea of having two parties with not much ability for there to be flexibility outside of that, right? That's why we have a congressional system instead of a parliamentary system, right?
Okay. I remember when I used to, I was a Democrat to start out with, then I would become a Republican for all these. Then I found out that, you know what? This is all a game that we're playing. We're being played. Don't you think that? Are you not up? I mean, I've been in the business for long enough to where all of a sudden I started realizing, oh my goodness, we're being played no matter what. I mean, look at everything that we believe in, that we've been brought up to believe. Everything.
Yeah, we got brought up to believe a whole bunch of stuff that we shouldn't have been brought up to believe because we're indoctrinated in the United States with a false sense of nationalism. What does that have to do with anything, sir? I know the people that I vote for. I know the people that represent us, and I know what they stand for. Well, apparently you don't because you think it's just a big old game that you think that you're getting played on. And if you had those understandings, then you wouldn't believe that.
Right. Well, okay, I know. And you wanted to share your view with others as well as have others.
I just want you to tell me why you support Trump.
I don't.
Oh, well, then why am I talking to you?
Well, because I don't support your side either.
You don't know what my side is.
Well, your side is obviously it would be for the Constitution, wouldn't it?
I do support the Constitution because that is the law of the land, and that's what keeps us from falling apart as a society.
And I do too. I do too.
Well, I'm going to move on to the next person because I don't know why we're talking then.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Okay, have you looked at our country as a whole with regards to the food that is on the shelves today and compared to the European governments?
Yes, I've lived in Europe.
Okay, well then, why are your eyes not open? Why are you being so dense?
What do you mean why our eyes not open? I completely understand how our unfettered capitalist system affects the food that we eat and puts chemicals into our food that we shouldn't, that affects our obesity rate,
and you
which
don't
is why
think that's our government doing that?
Of course it's our government doing that, or our lack of regulation that does that. But the problem is that when it comes to regulation, when it comes to food safety, the Democrats have overwhelmingly over and over and over and over and over and over and over pushed for regulation to regulate us closer to the EU, and the Republicans have over and over and over and over and over and over and over again fought against that regulation.
Insane.
Dude, you have been put there to sit there and continue the division that they've started.
This is not the division, sir. I can read who fucking tries to pass bills.
You're prolonging the division.
Sir, you just need to take your tinfoil hat off every once in a while. You gotta let the brain breathe a bit.
They want you there fighting with Trump supporters, because Trump supporters, or whether it be you guys are
sir, is the earth flat or round?
Well, do you know if it's round or flat?
I'm asking you. Is the earth flat or round?
Okay. When water settles, is it bend or is it flat?
That was my only question, sir.
Okay, yeah, but tell me, does water?
I just wanted all the people here, right? That were starting to take your side. And when I said that you were wearing a tinfoil hat, I just wanted all the people that were on your side to feel like real embarrassed for a second. That's all I really wanted. Okay.
Do you believe in gravity? You're laughing because you know you're wrong. Do you believe in gravity? Do you believe in gravity? Do you believe in gravity?
Sir, yes, I believe in gravity. And in no way, shape, and form am I engaging in a flat earth conversation with you. That is no way it's happening, sir. I'm sorry.
We can't go to Antarctica. Why is it we can't go to Antarctica?
You can go to Antarctica. What are you talking about?
There's literally tours. Oh my God, you believe all of that crap. No, you can't.
You can literally go there.
Oh yeah, really? They tell you can, and when you do, you go to this one little area, and that's it. They got you believing so much, just like you believed in Santa Claus when you were 5 and 6 years old. Y'all, come on now. You're laughing about what? What are you laughing about? What do you know about gravity? Gravity is what? What is gravity? Tell me what gravity is. Now, tell me what gravity is. If you're so smart, tell me what gravity is.
I already made it very clear that I am not engaging in a flat earth conversation with you, sir.
Come on now. You know you don't.
The only reason I brought it up, sir, is to prove that you're that one uncle that we stopped inviting to Thanksgiving. Okay, that's the only reason I brought it up.
According to the scientists,
sir, are birds real?
It is a theory.
Sir, are birds real?
Yeah, birds are real.
Oh, see, that's where you're wrong too. Birds aren't
real. Whatever. I don't know where you're going with that one, but you're kind of dense.
It's easy. Birds aren't real.
Gravity. Tell me what gravity is.
It's actually a CIA experiment, right? They're all actually robots, and actually COVID was actually made for that, so that they could bring in all the birds and recharge them while nobody was. Did anyone, while they were on lockdown for COVID, ever see a bird?
I got one.
Did any of you guys ever see one? Huh?
Hey, listen,
you know why you didn't?
I didn't hear it.
Because birds aren't real. That's why. That's why. Because they were doing a system upgrade. That's what COVID was for. Yeah. Everybody knows that.
Anyway,
everybody knows that.
I don't know that birds aren't real or whatever that is, but anyway, let me ask you this, okay? Wow, that got so out of hand.
Yeah,
so
there was no birds. I told you, you guys never saw a bird. You cannot prove to me that birds are real.
Even if you walk outside and they're sitting on your lawn?
Yeah, those are robot birds.
And you really believe that?
Yeah.
And I know you believe in science, right?
Except for the science that says that birds are real.
What about the North Star that's never moves out of place in the sky?
Sir, I don't know. I would have to ask the robot birds.
Okay, okay. The North Star doesn't move, even though, according to science,
I cannot be. I don't know how I could be any more unequivocally clear with you. Okay, that I am not having a flat Earth conversation with you. I don't
I'm not
know
having
how
a
I
flat
can.
I'm asking you about the North Star.
I don't know how. Okay, in any way, shape, and form, I can say it any more clearly that I'm not fucking doing this with you. Okay.
Oh, yeah, because you know
But
why? Because you
because
can't.
yeah,
You
sure,
can't.
whatever you want to say,
don't
sir.
have the ability to
Yeah,
because
you
you're
nailed it,
that
sir.
ignorant.
Whatever you
You
want to
are
say,
so
sir. But this
ignorant.
is to talk
You
about
don't. You
politics,
deny
and
the
you're
truth,
not doing
and
that.
you're
So have a
someone's
wonderful
paying you to
day. Try
actually
not to
do
fall off the edge, okay?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Yeah,
Jesus.
pretty good.
You joined I don't know what you guys just joined. That was wild. Yeah, dude said, do you believe in science? As he's telling me about the flat earth, bro. Fuck it, give me a fucking break. Anyways, how old are you?
44.
Awesome. Do you I almost said, do you still believe in Trump? Oh, that guy got me all twisted up, bro. Y'all, if you guys like support that, I have super chat, super stickers. Please make sure you come in and hit that like button, hit that follow button if we haven't already. We're only at like 250 almost on the YouTube. Let's see if we can get that up to 500 today. There's over 1,000 people in there. If you guys could just go hit that like button once, I'd really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Also on TikTok, we're still not at 100,000. You guys are hurting my feelings over here. All right, so why do you still support Trump?
Yep, I support Trump because Democrats have not made a strong argument for, I would say, over a year that I can think of, for over a year of things that they said that he has done illegally, and it never came to fruition.
The things that he's done illegally, he's a literal felon.
Yeah, I know. So I'm not talking about the felon part because it was, we could talk about that later, but I know what you mean. I'm talking about like what he's doing with Venezuela, you know, AOC. A lot of people on the left, a lot of Democrats have said that what he's doing is illegal, right? Shipping people back to, you know, the whole thing with ICE and stuff like that. Let's see, with the whole Russia thing, right? I would have to say, other than that one, where he paid somebody off or something like that. I don't even know if it was exactly him who did it or not. I didn't follow that case, but we already know there's like 34 something counts, right, of like the same incident, right? It's like if you stole.
It's not the same incidents. It's 34 different incidents. That's why there's 34 different felonies.
Yeah, what 34 different instances of the same count, right?
Nope, 34 different counts. 34 different
34
instances.
different counts
Account
of
for
the
each
same
instance.
incident. Yeah.
It's
One
not the
count for
same
each
incident,
instance,
sir.
but-
Sir, if you go and rob a liquor store and then you go back the next week and you rob the same liquor store and then you go back the next week and rob the same liquor store and then if you go back the same week and rob the same liquor store, all of those are separate robberies and all of those are separate counts.
Yeah, I get it. So we're not talking about that.
Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about because that's what happened with his 34 counts.
Yes, I agree with you. Okay, that's how you word it, and you worded very well. Again, I didn't keep up with that case, but you asked me very, very, very straightforward, right? Why do you vote for Trump? And I said, or why do you like Trump? Why do you support him? My answer to you is very direct. It's because the left and Democrats have not made a strong argument for all the other things that they came after him for that didn't.
Sir, did you ever read the Mueller report?
No, I didn't read the Mueller report.
Yeah, that's the case for the Russia hoax, sir. I know, but sir, you're saying that nobody made a case for it, and there's literally and there's sir, listen, ears, okay? You said they didn't make a case, but they made a whole case, and you just didn't read it.
I didn't say they didn't make a case for it. I said nothing came to fruition for it. So he
was literally
charged for anything
impeached.
for doing anything wrong. No, but what does impeach mean?
What does
because
impeach
when people
mean?
say impeach, when people say impeach, the end goal of impeachment is to remove the
Sir,
individual.
all you're saying is that Donald Trump did a bunch of crimes, but just was never punished for them.
Well, isn't that what justice is? Isn't that what?
No, that's what
wants,
justice
right?
is supposed to be. That's what justice is supposed to be, sir. That's what justice is supposed to be. But it doesn't work that way, sir.
Then why don't you agree that if there was not enough evidence to charge Trump for something,
there was
then
enough
he's
evidence.
Not guilty for it.
There was enough evidence.
Then why didn't he get charged for it?
Because first he was they found that they weren't allowed to indict a sitting president. That was a rule that was made. Then the Supreme Court gave the president almost freaking almost absolute immunity for freaking official acts. So then they said, hey, even if you did do something that was illegal, he has immunity for it anyway.
But immunity doesn't cover all aspects of illegal activities, does it?
Yes,
No,
it
doesn't.
does. That's
It
literally
doesn't.
what immunity is
No, it
for. That's literally
No,
what immunity is,
immunity-
sir.
No, that you're half right and you're half wrong. Right?
No, I'm
You're not-
100% right. You're 100% wrong, and I don't know why you're confused.
Oh, well, I'm confused because I thought immunity was, right, in the context of a city, if it's a sitting president, in the context of the sitting president and their duties and applying their duties.
Mhm.
Like, for example, do police officers have immunity? Well, they have immunity for not committing crimes. They have immunity for actions that they have taken.
Police
in
officers
goodwill
don't have
or in good
immunity.
act. Say again?
Police officers don't have immunity.
They don't have immunity to a form.
No, they don't
where
have
can-
immunity, period.
Okay, well, I guess I'm wrong, but that's all besides the fact, right? You're trying to argue with me about.
Oh, he's talking about
small-
qualified immunity. Gotcha. That's different.
Yeah, but you're trying to argue with me about my new point. But the bigger point, the bigger issue that I have, which you still haven't gave me anything of, right, is that I said the left has always said on MSNBC.
My question is
on
why, and I say, why do you support Trump? I don't know why you need to bring up the left at all.
Well, that's the reason why. Is because, well,
You supporting Trump has
because
nothing to do with the left. The Republicans
No, it
are in
does.
control
It
of the,
does.
sir.
It does.
Shh.
It does. To me, it
No.
does. It's my opinion. It
Listen.
does.
Listen. Okay. Donald Trump is the president. So Republicans are in charge of the presidency. Okay. The Republicans have the House, they have the Senate, and they have the Supreme Court. Okay. They are in control of everything. Okay. They have done not fuck all to help Americans or you. Okay. And Democrats have not done anything to hurt or help that besides trying to get people healthcare subsidies. So when I ask you why you
That
still
first
support Trump and you bring up the left, it sounds like you just have, what do you guys call it? Is it Democrat derangement syndrome that you're even talking about them? Okay.
No, not even. I'm waiting. So you may call it derangement syndrome, but it's very simple for me. If somebody tells me Trump is bad, I'm going to say why, and they can't.
Yeah,
give me
sure.
a legal
Because he
argument
sexually
on
assaulted
why.
Ian Jean Carroll, because he's a 34 times felon, because he defrauded a children's cancer charity, because he cheated on his first wife with his second wife with his third wife with a porn star, because he sexualized a 10-year-old girl, saying that he would sleep with her in 10 years. He sexualized his daughter, saying he had sex in common with his daughter. Okay, because he's currently suing the American taxpayer for
Okay,
like 250
so
million.
can you please slow down?
I'm not
You're-
done.
Okay, all of that cannot be charged for anything except for the one thing that
Sir,
you said.
You
which
said,
we
how
already-
is he
which
bad?
I already
And I'm
did.
telling you why he's bad. Okay. I'm not
But
telling
you're
you
saying-
why he went to
no,
court, even though he did go to court for
quantify it,
multiples
though.
of those things.
Quantify it being bad though, because just by you saying it's bad, it
Quantify
doesn't mean
rape
it's bad.
being bad?
Yes. Was it? Did he get not charged? But did he get convicted of that?
Wow.
Did he
That's
get convicted of it?
that's
Did he get
that's
convicted of
that's
it?
a new one. That's a new one.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I've
Oh my God.
never-
It's bad because people said he
I've
did it,
never,
but he
you
never
know,
got convicted
had
of
to-
it.
I've
So
never
guess what?
had to-
He's bad.
had
Right?
to.
He's really bad. I never had to justify a conviction, and to say that somebody did
Sir,
something.
he
you're
was
claiming he did
convicted
something,
and you
sir.
still support him. It doesn't matter.
No. Don't change the subject.
I'm not
Okay, stay on
changing the subject, sir.
Yes, you are.
How about the
You're
fact that
changing
he's
it to,
literally
well, if he was
protecting
convicted, you
how
would still support him.
about the fact that he's literally protecting the largest child sex trafficking ring in the United States by not releasing the Epstein files?
Okay, how is that protecting who? How is that protecting who? And who has the Epstein files? Does Trump have them?
Yeah.
Trump has the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Trump has the Epstein files. The last I know is there? Well, actually, can you back that up? Where
Oh
can
yeah.
show me that Trump
You
has
know
the
I look good when I back that
Epstein
thing
file?
up.
Where does Trump have the Epstein files?
You can
Where
call
is
me
the
Big
proof that
Daddy
you
when I
said-
back that thing up.
You said that Trump has the Epstein files. Is that true, or you're just saying that?
Of course he has them, sir.
Do you have proof?
Yeah.
What is the proof?
They say they have them.
Exactly, right? They say they have them. They say he has them. That's why I told you ever since the beginning. I'm always waiting for you can tell me grass is bad, right? I'm going to say why.
Sir, Donald
But
Trump
the
literally signed the executive order to release them. Okay. After he was forced by Congress to release them, he signed the law. He signed it in to release the Epstein files. He
Okay.
wrote another executive order saying he was the head of the Department of Justice. And then there was he literally signed a paper saying the Department of Justice, which he already signed an executive order saying he was in charge of, has to release the Epstein files. They've already admitted to having them. Donald Trump has literally admitted to having them. Pam Bondi has admitted to have them, which Pam Bondi worked directly for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump signed an executive order
No.
saying
That's
that
not how it works, okay?
nope.
You can't say that-
I'm
that
talking,
one-
sir.
the person
Sir. You know the sad part is, I bet you if you talked less and listened more, you might accidentally learn something. Now we wouldn't want that, would we?
Well, you're telling me a whole bunch of things that's unfounded, right? And then you're making correlations to things that have nothing to do with each other. You're saying that person A. You're saying this is what you're saying, sir. You're saying person A says that he released the Epstein files, but how would he make it signed to release them if he already has them?
Because he could release them
Because
at
he
any
doesn't
point in time,
directly
and
have them,
Congress
right?
forced him to have it. Yes, he directly has them.
Because he's in charge of no, he's not in charge of the Epstein files.
Yes, he
doesn't
is.
have the Epstein files.
Yes, he does.
He knows people who have them, but that doesn't necessarily
No,
mean
he has them. He is
And you
the
still haven't
justice,
proved-
sir. Who has the Epstein files currently?
FBI.
Nope.
Who has them?
The Justice Department.
Okay, and
Who's in charge of the Justice Department?
No, not who's in charge of it, because
Yes,
who's in
no,
charge of the
exactly. Who is
you can say
directly,
who's in charge,
sir?
but
Who is directly in charge of the Justice Department?
the president.
Correct. No, not the president.
But that doesn't mean
Donald
that he
Trump,
has them. You
because
understand
every
that,
single
right?
other president has actually allowed the Justice Department to work with some type of separation from the
Sure.
executive branch to be able to be impartial. Where Donald Trump came in and signed an executive order, okay, to say specifically that he was in charge of it. Okay? So there is no way around this, sir. He has them. He signed off saying that he has them. Okay? He could release them whenever. He's not doing it because of that.
Okay,
he
so
is protecting
here's
child
the-
sex predators, and you're
Okay, now
defending
that's
it.
Okay, now hear me out here, okay? Even
I have
if
heard
give
way
you
too
that,
much from you, to be honest with you.
Well, actually, you've been talking a lot. But even if I gave you that and I agreed with you that
Giving
he
me
has
anything,
them
it's just the
directly
fucking truth.
in his office, underneath his bed, underneath his mattress, even though I gave you that, okay? Where is your connection to why? Why doesn't he release them? How did you come up with?
I just
the
told you
conclusion?
why.
No. I didn't say why. No, I didn't say what. Because you're
No,
saying
I
a
already
conclusion-
answered your why too. Again, you're so busy talking, you're not
you
listening.
didn't.
I really don't
No,
like
you
repeating
didn't.
myself, sir.
Sir, it's a simple question I'm asking you that you haven't answered yet.
Yes, I
Okay, I'm
already
not
have.
saying-
You were too busy talking to
saying-
listen.
Sir, no, I'm just asking you a question. I'm being very polite here.
You're
Can you
not
let me
being
ask
polite,
you-
sir. You're just yapping.
Can you let me ask my question, please?
Sure. And when you ask it, I will tell you again that I already answered it. Because you already asked it, and I already told you this.
Okay. You're saying that the reason why he's not releasing them is because he wants to protect pedophiles, right? How did you come to that conclusion that he wants to protect pedophiles and not any other reason? Like, for example, I'll give you some other possible reasons.
Sure, give me one.
Other than because he wants to protect pedophiles. Because maybe he's waiting for the midterm elections, or maybe because
So he's only
waiting for-
protecting pedophiles till the
No, no, no.
midterms. Oh, well, that makes it a lot better, sir.
Maybe I'm just throwing some ideas out here, right? Because you already came to the conclusion that
Sir, your
that
idea is just my idea with extra steps.
no, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's not? What just because he goes out in public and says I'm in control of them? There's so many moving parts here that involve so many people.
No, sir, the only moving part is your body twisting into a pretzel to defend this shit right now. That's the only moving
I'm
part.
not defending
There
it.
is
I'm not
one
defending
moving
it.
part
I'm
in this
just
entire
defending your
thing,
logic.
and that is you twisting and turning your entire fucking brain and
defending your
ideology in order to fucking protect fucking literal people who abuse children. Which
That's what you're assuming.
is just
You're-
fucking
you're
sad,
assuming that I'm
to be
protecting
completely
people,
honest
yeah.
with you. Okay.
That's your assumption.
That's
right?
not my assumption.
You're
That's my
assuming-
observation.
Yes, but no, it is your assumption because
Nope,
you're concluding.
It's not my
that you don't
assumption.
even-
It's my observation.
Is it possible, sir, that there's other reasons why he doesn't want to?
Yes, there is
him
one
and it's
other
underneath his
reason.
mattress, there
is one other reason that's possible.
Why is that?
Yeah, because he was the one abusing the children. Yeah, that's the only other thing
Okay.
possible. Either he's the one who was doing it, either
and
he was
again-
the one doing it, or
again,
he's
it's
protecting those that
derangement
were.
syndrome,
That's
right?
the only
Because
two.
whatever
Okay?
but your conclusions have nothing to do with proof. Okay? So even though you can say all day, well, this is the only, I'm a brainiac and I'm really smart and I know that one.
You
plus
said you're
one is
like
two,
40
but
something,
guess
right?
what? But guess what? These are the
Is this
only
what you
two
wanted to
ways.
be when you grew up,
These are the
sir?
only two reasons why.
Is this what you wanted to be
I'm
when you,
44
sir?
years old,
If
I'm older
it,
than you.
sir, is this what you wanted to be when you grew up? Like, were kids like, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a police officer, and you were like, I want to protect child predators and just freaking, stick my nose up an orange man's ass my
Sir,
entire
don't
life?
change the subject,
Is
okay?
that is
Don't
that
change the
is that
subject.
what you did?
Don't
Is that
change
how
the-
you
don't
got
change
here?
the subject,
Because
because
this
I know
is
that's
just
what the left
sad,
does.
sir. This is just
The left
sad.
always
Just
has-
sad.
Always have
Okay.
empty attacks to people. Okay, you're not changing my mind.
No,
by
I'm
telling
just
me
bored with
that
you,
I'm a
sir,
sex
because you're not
offender.
saying anything
now,
worth
now
listening
you're telling
to.
me I'm a sex offender. Okay, look at ICE.
Sir,
Okay, let's change the
I
subject to
what
look
I
at
am
ICE.
saying is that you're
You're
not
all
saying
for ICE,
anything
but what is
worth
ICE doing?
listening to.
Okay, ICE are taking pedophiles off the street, and the left is out there preventing them from doing so. So you agree with that, right?
Absolutely
you
not.
agree with pedophiles being on the street.
No, I've actually been very, very
Well, yes,
adamant
you
on this.
do.
Sir,
Yes, you do, because that's my
sir,
conclusion
I'm
of
about to
you.
mute
That's
you.
my
I'm
conclusion of
about to
sir.
mute you.
I can't believe you, sir.
All right, well, I'm about to mute you.
Go ahead.
All right, cool.
Say whatever
I've
you
actually been incredibly adamant, and since all of these things are recorded and they're all online at all point in time, there is literally hours of provable facts of me saying that I actually wish that Donald Trump would take ICE and actually use ICE in order to go after actual criminals, especially violent criminals in this country. And I wish he would stop concentrating on people who are just minding their own business and going to work, people that are actually trying to do things legally, people who are actually, paying their taxes. I wish he would actually take all of those ICE agents and only concentrate on people that were doing that type of thing. I've said that literally hundreds of times on this live. Okay. So what you're actually supporting is Donald Trump actually using those resources that could be going to stopping those people and using it to do to go against people that are committing absolutely no crimes, or even worse, to just shoot American citizens in the face like they're doing right now. Okay. I would be 100% for an increase in ICE actually going after criminal like actual violent criminals in this country. I think that we should definitely go after that. I think that we should actually completely use Border Patrol in order to stop people like the cartel from coming over. Your president, the one you're supporting, is the one that's stopping them from being able to do that.
Let me know when I can talk.
See, here's a hint. You see how you've been talking the whole conversation when I'm talking? Yeah. So what you should try to do is do it when I'm not talking. So how I just stopped there, that would be your cue to talk.
I know how to talk.
Yeah, you don't
But
know how to be
you
quiet
have-
at the right times, though.
But you have talked over me the same amount of time I talked over you.
Sir, I am not in the mood to hear your whining. So can you please respond to what I said?
Okay, so thank you for telling me I'm whiny, but you're the one complaining about me.
Last
talking over
chance,
you,
sir.
and you're
Say
whining
one
about
more
it.
little emotional, little freaking
so here we
soft
go.
thing, and I'm going to hang up.
Listen, sir, you don't have to be upset, okay?
I'm not
Look,
upset,
you
sir.
told me
I'm
what
trying to
you-
run a live here, and you're boring.
You told me what you wanted to tell me, and I don't necessarily disagree with you, but guess what? It may make me a little upset or a little discomfort, give me a little bit discomfort to know that ICE is shooting people in the face. But if you turn your wheels and you're committing a felony, number one, by preventing them from doing their job.
No, you're not.
Number two, you're committing another felony by you hitting an ICE officer with your vehicle.
Didn't do that.
Okay, even though you're trying to get away, which would be felony number three, getting away from an ICE officer when they told you stop. They're obviously trying to arrest you. They're sticking their
Literally
hand in
none
your-
of those things are felonies except for hitting the ICE officer, which she didn't do.
It's
Literally not a
it is
singular one of
felony-
those
it
things
is a
are,
felony
sir,
too. It is a felony.
literally none of those things are felonies except for
But
if
they're
she was to
trying-
try to hit it,
They're-
try to actually
but-
use
okay,
it as a
fine,
weapon.
they're trying.
And she was absolutely not doing that. And none of those crimes regardless, sir. okay, justify firing a live weapon at somebody in a moving vehicle. That is actually against the law.
Right?
Nope. There is actually
the
so much
felon-
case law against that, sir. It's not even fucking funny. There is literally just so much case law, okay, that says specifically
another
that you
reason
cannot
why-
fire a weapon into a freaking moving vehicle that is trying to flee. Period. Point blank.
But the vehicle hit him.
It did not.
Yes, it did.
It did not.
There's video.
There
of
is
the- of the
unequivocal
vehicle.
video that the car did not hit him.
Sir,
Actually, by the
then
time he
did
fired
you-
his
did
weapon,
you
sir,
watch-
by the
did you
time
watch
he,
the cam video,
sir, I watched all the videos,
what video? am I
all
talking
like
about then?
dozen of them. Okay,
What video
I've
am I
watched
talking about
every
then?
single. Sir, obviously you haven't watched the videos, sir, but there
There's
is
a point of view
unequivocal video
video.
that he was not hit. Not only was he not hit, the car's front was already past him by the time he fired. Okay,
No, he fired his first shot through the window.
through the front window from the side of the car.
How can you fire through the front window from the side
Oh
of the
my
car? That's
God.
not
Are
possible. His arm would have been sideways. Okay, he fired.
You don't own a
he
gun,
fired.
right?
Yes, sir.
You own a gun.
Seriously?
You are. This
Sir.
has just literally become like the best freaking like the best evidence I
You
have
can say
ever
whatever you
had.
want to, sir.
The best
I have
evidence I
been-
have literally ever had for
I have
literal
been in
gun
the same
control in my
situation
entire
many
life.
a time,
The
sir.
fact that this dumbass doesn't understand that from the front side of the car you could shoot into the front driver's side window or the front of the window on the driver's side in the front window
Sure.
at the driver. The fact that you don't know that, okay, and you own a weapon, okay, is the largest fucking like proof that we need better gun laws in the United States. Because if you don't understand that, then you should not be anywhere near a weapon.
Sir, I spent 21 years in the army as an infantry officer.
Then we need to train
know-
our army better because
on,
you must
wait.
have been the
Hold on,
worst
wait,
army
sir.
officer. No, you're a
Wait,
liar.
You're talking over me.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not a liar. I
You're
can
a
tell you
you're
where
a
I served
full
and what I
liar.
did. That's not the
You're a
point.
full
Sir,
liar.
I've been to Afghanistan and Iraq for 30. for
You're a
total
full
of 30
liar. I do not
37
believe
and a
you in
half
the
months.
slightest.
You don't have to believe me, but I'm telling
Good.
you.
I
I'm
don't.
telling you. Okay, so I experienced cars coming at me and having to shoot with pistols, with long rifles, with M24s, which is a sniper rifle, with
Mm.
M16s and M4s.
Yeah.
Okay?
You
I
did all you
experienced that,
just
okay? I know-
bazookas, F-15s, nuclear weapons,
No,
fucking
bazookas
just
don't exist
everything. You
anymore,
just
sir.
shot
What
with
are you talking
everything,
about?
didn't you? At all these moving
Bazookas-
vehicles. Sir, what's the
bazookas don't
Army's
exist.
protocol about a fucking about a vehicle coming at you?
If it's coming at you, you shoot to kill.
Wrong.
You don't shoot to maim.
Wrong.
No, that's what do you
Wrong.
mean wrong?
That is unequivocally
What do
a
you mean
fucking
wrong?
false. That is unequivocally false. What is the first thing you were supposed to do if a vehicle is coming at you according to the DoD manual?
If a vehicle is coming at you, you have to shoot a warning shot.
Wrong. This is how I know you're fucking lying because it's
No,
because
you know
it's
what? Because
it's
it's not-
plain
it's
black
not-
and
it's
white,
not based
and
on
an
DoD.
infantry officer would know this right off the fucking top
Sir,
of his
it's
head.
not based off DOD. It's based off of ROE. What's
Both of
ROE,
them say
sir?
the same thing, sir.
It's based off of
Dude,
rules and
DoD,
engagement.
dude, where do you
Okay?
think ROEs come from?
ROEs come from rules of. I'm telling you.
Where
sir,
are
I'm telling
ROEs
you.
made from, sir?
What do you mean where they're made from? They're made from theater experience.
Theater experience, right? Theater experience that
Yes.
comes from what level?
From Geneva. Well, it pulls from many levels, but one of them Geneva Convention.
It pulls from the DoD, sir, and the first step
That's
is
one-
to
that's
get
one place,
out of
yes.
the fucking way. Okay?
No, sir.
Yes,
that's
it
not
is.
True.
Yes, it is.
That's not true.
It
sir.
is unequivocally
Sir.
true. It is to get out
But
of the
you
way.
have gotten out the way. How long did
It's
it
to
take for him
move
to get
out of the
way,
fucking
sir?
way. First of all, it also says
She
don't
slammed on
step.
the gas and
It
went
also
forward.
says, sir. It
It hit
also
him.
says, sir. It also says, sir, not to stand in front of the vehicle to begin with. Okay, it says not to stand in front of the vehicle to begin with, because that's also what police, the police manual and freaking Department of Homeland Security manual says. Okay, then it says the next thing you have to do is be able to get out of the way. Then, if you can't get out of the way after that, okay, according to the ROEs, then you fire a warning shot. If after all of that you can't get away, then deadly force is authorized. Okay, deadly force is step like 4 or 5. Okay. way
Sir,
down the line in it, okay? Not even close, sir. But you're over here trying to pretend like you freaking understand ROEs to even claim to be an infantry officer and not know this information is just like the largest fucking stolen valor I've ever heard in my entire fucking life, dude. I could ask a fucking 18-year-old fucking grunt that's been in the military for fucking 3 months would know the answers to this question.
Sir, I just like to say this, is that what you're describing is something.
I don't want to hear your voice anymore. Get off my fucking live. Y'all, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Go ahead and hit that like button too. Thank you guys so much. You guys really mean a lot. Really means a lot to me. Yeah, let's see if we can get this thing up to 500 likes over on that YouTube portrait. I appreciate that. And let's see if we can get this thing up to 200,000 likes over on TikTok. I appreciate that. Sorry, the stolen valor shit just fucking. That just gets under my skin. Y'all, if you guys would like to help support over here, I do have super chats, super stickers, live gift goal. I'm trying to freaking trying to clear out the little hat and mustache, light up the gift gallery over there today. So if you guys like support, I really appreciate that. Also, Sharon, thank you so much for the $75 over on PayPal. Thank you so much. Huge W's in the chat for Sharon. It says, W Pauly, I love your show. Thank you so much. That really means so much to me, Sharon. That is very sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Huge W's in the chat for Sharon. Excuse me. Huge W's in the chat for Sharon for that huge PayPal over there. I really appreciate it. That really means so much to me. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Tara, for helping light up that gift goal real quick. I appreciate that so much. Betty, thank you so much to do ours. Said Caller's military experience is Fortnite. You ever see that old thing where they had like the Call of Duty guy and he was acting like he was deploying, he was like going in the bedroom? You guys remember that commercial? Yeah, that's what that was. Valador, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys send an extra W in the chat for Valador if you got one of those 5 gifteds. And Taurus, thank you so much for 5 more gifted memberships. I really appreciate it. That's 10 gifted today. That really makes me happy. Thank you so much. We've been trying to build this community, so thank you so much. Danielle, thank you so much for the $5. Trump would sue the entire left for calling him a PDF and rapist if it wasn't true. More importantly, little girls don't lie about grape. He's 100% a PDF. 100%, Danielle. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is very true. If he even thought he had a chance to sue someone for it, he would. This person said, caller has TDS, Trump daddy syndrome. Oh, come tread on me, daddy. Come tread on me, daddy. Service says, please do have immunity. Just you believe you're right. No, please have qualified immunity, which is different from immunity. Qualified immunity is different from the immunity that Trump has. Okay. Qualified immunity protects them from like civil suits. All right. It's completely fucking different.
It's insane.
And even that qualified immunity has fucking has like limitations on it on top of that. Like anything that goes like against like is clearly against the Constitution completely bypasses their qualified immunity. And which Donald Trump would completely be in violation of because he does that all the time. Servant Watch also said, you hate people. I feel sorry for you, beta boy. Man, I just hate how this guy keeps sending me money. Oh, it hurts so bad. Quante, thank you so much for the $5. Says, the 1984 is based on how Americans will be in the future if they don't change the narrative. I kind of telling that he brought that up, huh? This guy just said, you're gay. I'm only gay for you, big boy.
It's insane.
You can't argue or debate faithfully baseless points.
Insane.
That's fine if you think that. That's sweet. I appreciate that. Luis trying to pay me off to get my number. That's what he's trying to do. Hello, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Say it again.
Do you still support Trump?
Oh yeah, I do.
Awesome. Why is that? Mike, thank you so much. Mike, thank you so much for the dollar over there too. I appreciate it. What's up?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, it's a two-party system, so you have to go with the lesser evil. There are few actions he conducted that I'm quite happy with. One of them is Big Beautiful
Yeah,
Bill,
the lesser of
and-
two evils. So you went with the one who's a rapist, who's protecting a child, predator ring, who steals from children with cancer, who sexualizes his daughter. That was the lesser of two evil for you. Maureen, thank you so much for the $5 over on Venmo. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Maureen.
Okay, that bunch of slogans, but what
Those aren't
really
slogans.
matters for
Those are
me
things
is
that happen and were proven in court.
in Supreme Court.
In all sorts of different courts.
Well, unless it's a Supreme Court, it doesn't matter much. But to the point,
Why would that, sir? What criminal trials are fucking held at the Supreme Court?
Well, they all can be escalated, right? My understanding is.
Guys, we're going to overturn all criminal convictions in the entire United States that weren't tried at the Supreme Court, guys. That's what we're going to do. We're going to stop all of them that weren't tried at the Supreme Court. Everybody goes free.
I think not all of them, but if there are high political stakes and high interest involved, that's the case. But to
Sir,
the point,
I don't know what country you're talking about, but it ain't this one.
Okay, to the point, one thing I really support is Big Beautiful Bill and increase in standard deductions. That's something that matters for me as well as for many
what
Americans.
state do you vote in?
Massachusetts.
What time is it?
It's 8:02.
Okay. You just don't sound like you go here.
Oh yeah, it will take me a while to lose accent. I got citizenship recently, 4 months ago.
All right. Well, anyways,
To the
what
point,
about
yeah,
the big beautiful
taxes
bill?
Are good. Well, taxes are good. Standard deduction increased.
Okay.
Also,
I mean, it barely increased.
his stance on crypto is pretty well. Crypto went up. Once
Oh,
he
I don't
was
give a shit about
inaugurated.
crypto. The only reason
Well,
Donald Trump
many
gives a shit about crypto is because he's using it in order to freaking make himself filthy rich while he's president.
Well, my assets went up as well as for many Americans.
Yeah, that's great. Most people care about being able to afford their groceries and their houses, not about their crypto. And Donald Trump has done nothing to affect that.
But on this side, it didn't get worse compared to Biden.
Yes, it did.
I mean, my bill is more or less same.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
slightly up
it's not. Well, I
1%.
mean, it's kind of like more or less, but it's more.
But it goes up all the time. Yeah, like I mean. your
Oh,
money
gotcha. But
supply
Donald Trump
increases.
said he was going to lower your grocery prices, and now he says affordability is a Democratic hoax.
I honestly, we can discuss this as well, but I care less about grocery prices. It's a little part of
Sir,
an
if
expense,
people-
but market goes up.
Yeah, grocery prices are higher, housing prices just as high. 1 million jobs have
Market
been
is-
lost,
market
so
is
there's
up as
less
well.
jobs. Yeah. So what you're saying is there's a small standard deduction increase, which is it's fine or whatever. But see, the thing about a standard deduction increase is if we're going to decrease the amount of money that's going to the federal government, then we also need to reduce spending. If we don't, then we're just increasing the national debt, and we're not doing that. Government spending is at an all-time high. And there was a small standard deduction increase, while mostly it just went to large corporations with a large corporate tax rate increase, while still increasing the debt ceiling by $4.5 trillion and having a large deficit, right? So tax cuts are fine. Like if that's something that you're into, just having tax cuts, that's fine. Okay. But if those tax cuts without a reduction in spending are actually completely detrimental to the US economy, and it will be detrimental for the future. So what you're really trading is a couple $100 for America's future.
Well, it's more complicated, but I partially agree that, for example, I had higher expectations about Doge and tax cut. Yeah, it wasn't as efficient as I expected. But 3 more years to come, let's see.
There's not 3 more years to come. That was the tax bill. That's it. There won't be another one.
Well, there may be an executive order to cut spending in a certain area.
There won't be. Not only that, but you don't cut spending through an executive order. So the power of the purse belongs to the legislative branch, not the executive branch. The executive branch doesn't have the ability to sign an executive order to reduce spending.
Well, we had a bunch of them that ended up in cutting funding for Department of Education, HHS, and so on. So I think it's
No,
feasible.
that's just cutting the departments, right? And then the spending goes back to Congress for them to do it. But that money didn't get cycled into like something else. It just got moved over into another, expense. It didn't cut the spending. We still are
Well,
spending
the-
just as much as we were before. We're actually spending quite a bit more than we were before.
Well, overall, I agree. I had higher expectations on the monetary policy and budget.
Why?
Well, I think the current debt is unsustainable, and there should be a substantial cut in government spending. Here, I'm with you at the same page.
Yeah, but not only is Donald Trump not doing that, but he's giving tax cuts, especially to large corporations, which are actually freaking making it even worse. So now the deficit's even larger than it was before.
But I think it's more complicated. I think his whole point is to put together some kind of Reaganomics to compensate it with the growth of economy. If you pay attention on the market is up, tech stocks are up. So if GDP grows in the long run, it might.
No, that
help
just
you
means
to-
rich people get richer. That's all that means.
No, more than 60% of Americans own stocks through 401k, pension.
It doesn't
plans,
matter.
and so on.
It doesn't matter. What you're saying is going to cause that. It's going to cause the destruction of the middle class, just like Reagan did. It causes a huge wealth disparity where freaking the rich people continue to get richer while poor people continue to get poorer. Because while you're saying, yes, sir, 60% of people own stocks. Yeah, some people own some stocks within their 401k. Those aren't the people that are getting rich if the stock market goes up. Okay. They will have very nominal wealth increase, right? Based off
But
within their
that's majority,
401ks.
like more than-
But that what I'm saying is like your average earner in the United States might make 10 grand, right? Where your richest people in the United States are going to make tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. That's the issue, right? If we're just supporting, if it was just something to do with people's 401ks, then that wouldn't be an issue. I mean, plus the entire 401k system is an entire scam to begin with. All 401ks were a way for companies to stop being able to pay out pensions.
Well, but as a result, it's a better system because I receive both 401k and like classic traditional pension, and 401k grows way faster. But it's a huge debate. I don't think there is a way to solve inequality per se, but it's more important that wealth is created, right?
No.
Yes, people like Elon
It's not
Musk, they get richer, but they also create value for
It's not
shareholders.
important that wealth is created. Wealth already exists, and Donald Trump is expanding that wealth. What Donald Trump is not doing is protecting the people that are not wealthy. That's the issue. Donald Trump was asked recently what he was going to do about the housing crisis in the United States where people can't buy houses. And what did he say? He was going to make sure that he could protect the housing interest of people, of rich people that already own houses. He wasn't concerned with the poor people and the middle class people who can't buy houses in the United States right now. He was concerned with the rich people losing the value of their house in the future. Okay, that is how he is with everything. When he makes sure that when he, his policies ensure that costs go up due to his tariff policies, those costs are much more. Excuse me.
Insane.
Those costs are easy to eat for rich people, but for poor people and middle class people, it's harder for them to eat the cost of those tariffs. And that tariff money then goes in and then gives corporations tax cuts, right? Because that's the majority of where that money is going. So literally, it's literally
corporations have
robbing
no
poor people to
corporate-
give it to rich people.
I don't think it's so simple. It's a very, I would say, Marxist view. Like, not without offense. It's like, it's a view through the lens of class struggle and so on. I don't think it's so straightforward. I think corporations, if you allow them to keep more profits, they will create more jobs.
It has literally been unequivocally proven over the last 45 years that it does not happen.
Well,
Unequivocally.
Someone's income will eventually become expense, and someone else will make money on it.
Nope, that doesn't happen either.
A rich guy will go to the store to buy some luxury stuff. I don't know. Like,
Nope, doesn't happen either.
Hermes suit and so on. And a salesman who sells the suit, he's most
Sir,
likely
none of this
a
is
middle
true.
class who will make commission.
None of this is true. Okay, this has all been disproven. Okay.
Well, you can also see the increase in pay for military, which is mostly middle class, and it's kind of one
And
of the
less
ways
than
of
1% of people?
mobility in US. I think it's
And
way
his
more.
raises weren't even as high as Biden's. Yeah, people if you want to stimulate the economy and get people to start spending, you give money to the middle class. That is the people that need to be spending. When you give money to already rich people, they just stash it. They keep it in stocks, they keep it in bonds, they keep it in things where they don't have to spend it, and they accumulate wealth. Okay. And that wealth just sits there, and then they get wealthier and wealthier and wealthier. And as they get wealthier, that money sits at the top. That money isn't spent, so therefore the economy stagnates. Okay, that's what we've seen for a long time. But even on top of that, they don't use it to create jobs, right? Because companies only create jobs and expand when the need for expansion exists. And if the need for expansion doesn't exist, then no matter how much money you give them, as far as within a trickle-down economic standpoint, none of that money actually trickles down to the company. It literally goes into stock buybacks for the CEOs, large bonuses for their executives, while poor people continue to freaking struggle. I'll give you a great example of that. Walmart freaking got major tax cuts in Donald Trump's first tax bill in his first term, and literally during his after they got all those tax cuts, 60% of people that worked for Walmart were freaking on government assistance because they didn't even make enough money to afford food. Okay, and they got huge tax cuts. The money doesn't trickle down because trickle down economics doesn't work. It pulls at the top. It stagnates the economy. It's bad for the middle class. It's bad for growth. It's bad for all things.
So would correct solution be to cut on food stamps to enforce Walmart to pay fair wages? Because it's a market, right? If a worker at Walmart is not happy with his job, he can go to Amazon. Or he can enroll into military, or he can drive for Uber.
All of those companies are the same, by the way. All of those companies are the same. I made Walmart as an example, but they're all the same, sir. And second of all, the fact that you think that people can't eat are the problem and not the corporation that is not fucking giving them money after you just told me that you believed in Reaganomics shows that Reaganomics doesn't work.
Well, I don't believe in it. It's not like religion or something. It's something that.
Sir, if Reaganomics worked,
pros and cons of it.
If Reaganomics worked, then why do they need to be on that?
But I don't think government should be viewed as your mom and dad who's supposed to feed you, provide you with shelter, clothing, and so on. I think the point of government is to set up some basic rules of the game and enforce it. And it's up to us. We are adults, and we make decisions and pay price if decisions are wrong.
Yeah, like getting sick, like people that made the choice to get cancer, or people that made the choice, or made the choice to have a disability. Those horrible people.
They are paid disability benefits. They're pretty generous.
Donald Trump is literally cutting cutting freaking SNAP benefits for people that are disabled or people that are sick. He's literally cutting people off of Medicaid. So literally people that are sick and need medical care can't get it. That's where he's getting money for his trickle-down economics.
But at this point, they are too generous. I think they disincentivize people to work, because if you are good at paperwork so with disability benefits, food stamps, and so on, you can get $50K or around that in value, and it's already higher than entry-level jobs.
Sure. The only time you can get that, you can't get that unless you're disabled or are taking care of someone who is disabled. Nobody that is able-bodied and working can get that benefits for that long.
In the US is a very broad term. For example, you may get disability based on ADHD or depression or some things which cannot be properly tested. So if you keep going to doctor, reporting depression, don't take pills, you eventually get disability.
It's obvious this guy has money, right? So he claims to be a citizen.
I'm trying to have civilized discussion, seriously.
No, you're not, sir. What you're doing is you're coming over here and you first of all, you're obviously a naturalized citizen, which I think that's great. I'm glad you're a naturalized citizen. Not that Donald Trump cares. You'll probably get deported soon anyway, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so like whatever. Okay, it's crazy that you're supporting that. But regardless of any of that, okay, the fact that you like this entire simping for billionaires thing just gets really old. Okay, this whole idea that while we give people that are filthy rich more money, it is somehow poor people's fault for being poor. Okay, that somehow, this person wants to eat. And, this person is taking advantage and getting money to eat and house themselves. While Elon Musk is one of the biggest fucking people that gets subsidies from the government. Literally. Okay. Elon Musk, I think, gets more money in like government subsidies than all of SNAP benefits and like most of Medicaid combined. Right. But you don't sit up here and say Elon Musk shouldn't be getting all of this money from the fucking government, even though he's about to be a fucking trillionaire. Okay, but you complain about fucking somebody getting enough money to eat or house themselves at the bottom. This is not a matter of the government freaking playing mommy and daddy or giving out stuff. This is the government's normal job, okay, which is to protect and freaking support its citizens, okay? And the way that a government does that is by making sure that people that are on the bottom can have a ability to rise up and to be able to be part of our society. Okay. And the way that you do that is by supporting them with social safety nets, with true social safety nets, though you don't do it by starving them out. Okay. All you do then is to create a higher burden on the taxpayer when they have to go to the hospital or they have to do any of that stuff. Right. And then they're stuck in that spot because you never give them a leg up. When you actually give them the ability to fucking eat, to fucking be housed, then you see that people are exponentially more likely to get out and be able to actually find jobs to become more working members of society. And then they're able to get off of those programs because people don't want that. It's something like less than like 3% of people on these programs. I mean, it's less than 6% of people on these programs even like don't have jobs at all or whatever. It's like well over 90% of these people already either have jobs or have a severe disability or are taking care of like a child with a severe disability. And it's literally like 6% or less of people, okay, that fucking qualify under this little tiny itty bitty spot. And even those people have to continually prove that they're looking for employment. They have to, or they even have to have employment, okay, in order to do that. And the majority of them have employment, okay. But you would rather sit here and fucking whine about somebody getting food, okay, while Donald Trump gives all of our tax money to fucking filthy rich people, okay. It's sad.
Okay, let me go step by step. Yeah. So first about Elon Musk. He creates wealth not only for himself, but for shareholders.
Oh my fucking God.
He pushes okay, I was listening to patiently. Yeah, give me maybe.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I don't want to hear this shit. Like, I really don't.
I thought the whole point is you want to see the other person's viewpoint. Yeah, so.
No, I know your viewpoint. I can say your entire viewpoint, sir.
Like this,
I can tell you your entire viewpoint. I don't even need you here. I could argue both sides of this because I know everything that you're about to fucking say. Okay? It is literally like word for word out of Reagan's economic playbook in the fucking 90s, late 80s, early 90s, okay, that destroyed the fucking middle class. Everything that you're saying is word for word, okay, trickle down economics. And in 45 years, we have proven all of this stuff wrong. Okay, and it just gets really old. Oh, he creates more wealth. No, he doesn't. Okay, he creates rich people to get even fucking richer off him while subjugating people poorer than him that do the meaningless fucking tasks. Just like every other CEO in every single company. If he was creating that, then he would not be continuing to raise his net worth, okay, to continue to stagnate our economy. Okay.
But his net worth shouldn't be your concern. It doesn't translate into consumption. Okay, he on paper worth, I don't know how much, like $500 billion. Doesn't matter. But he doesn't use this money to buy single-family homes or toilet paper and so on.
Exactly.
He uses it. It's a wealth. Okay, it's a valuation of his assets. But he lives relatively modest life, works a lot, and pushes technologies forward. I don't see him having some lavish lifestyle or anything like this.
He doesn't do shit.
To the point of supporting those who are unfortunate, I agree with you, but there are already plenty of programs started with
Can I just be very clear that just a few minutes ago, this same person argued with me saying that when we give these giant tax cuts to rich people, they use it to buy luxury items that stimulates the economy. And now specifically, he comes right back now to tell me that freaking Elon Musk isn't using his money to stimulate the economy. Like, that's the entire point of what I was saying.
He doesn't dump all his wealth to buy luxury things. Yeah, he may buy some luxury stuff once in a while. It stimulates economy, but it would be way worse if he enforced to sell assets. Then it will dump.
I don't want him to be forced to be selling assets. I want him to pay his fair share of fucking taxes. Okay, I want him. Instead of giving him tax breaks, I want to give him the freaking tax. I want to give him the fucking tax burden that is currently being put on the fucking on the middle class. Okay, I'm
Most of
not
the countries-
asking Elon Musk to fucking do that. I'm asking for him to stop getting government subsidies and stop getting tax breaks. That's it.
But he's getting government subsidies based on government contracts. You're supposed to bid for those contracts. Government open solicitation. I work in defense space. You cannot just get a lucrative contract.
He gets subsidies.
A government open solicitation, a bunch of participants bid for it.
He gets subsidies. I'm not talking about his government contracts. I'm talking about his subsidies.
But he works in an area which has national security interests, so naturally he gets subsidies. It's not like he personally
gets subsidies for Tesla.
The whole industry gets subsidy, like space, or in the past, the electric vehicle industry got subsidies. And
He
so on.
gets
It's not
subsidies
like
for
an
Tesla.
individual
Please
gets
explain to me the national security implications of Tesla.
But Tesla doesn't get much subsidies. Most of
Yes, it does.
EV subsidies got cut.
Yes, they do. No, you're confusing contracts with subsidies.
Well, for national security, not like first autopilot, any autonomous driving technology has a huge national security concern because it's a dual use.
Then why is he building them all in China?
Can be used for drones.
Then why is he building them in China?
Battery,
Then why is he building them in China?
he has a factory in Shanghai, but it's not where R&D takes place.
Yeah, it's just where production takes place of all of those things that apparently you're telling me are national security concerns. You don't think there's an issue if our national security concerns are being freaking built in Shanghai?
It doesn't matter that we built in Shanghai. The blueprint or R&D is what matters. And I mean, anyway, anybody can buy Tesla and try to reverse engineer it, right?
No, we don't need to reverse engineer it. The Chinese are already way ahead of us. But regardless, I'm going to move on to the next caller. You have a wonderful day, okay?
Yeah, likewise.
All right, cool. It's national security. Okay, cool. So it's our national security stuff is built in Shanghai. Well, it doesn't matter. It's built in Shanghai. You think the U.S. government doesn't care if something that's for national security purposes is built in China? That's crazy. Y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys. Dude, the simping for billionaires thing is wild. But anyways, it wasn't even that he had his trickle down economics thing. It's that he had a complete lack of understanding of how our economy works. That was my issue. It was a complete lack of understanding of how our economy works. Like, you come to this country, you become a citizen, then you vote for somebody who's trying to fucking deport a bunch of people like you. So you're literally a ladder puller. Right? So you ladder pull and then support fucking rich people getting richer while poor people starve. Which shows me that he probably left his fucking country because of those same things, and now he comes here and advocates to do the exact same thing to our country. Sad. That's just annoying. It's horrible enough to hear it for some uneducated American, but it's just so much worse when I have to hear it from somebody who fucking came over here and was naturalized. I don't know why. Michelle, thank you so much for the gifted. I really appreciate that. And Shush, thank you so much for the gifted. I really appreciate that also. Really, more importantly than that, the conversation was just boring. So, and I want to get to one more because I'm not going to be on for super long. So, y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, support the live, hit the likes, all that sort of stuff. Let's see if we can boost this thing up a little bit before we get off, because if not, we'll get off exactly at 2 hours. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Professionally 17.
All right, cool. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to see if we can keep this thing going for a bit, but I don't have a whole lot of confidence in that. That's okay. What do we got over here? There's some new members today, though. That was nice. Hello, how are you?
Doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
29.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. Why is that?
Because I like that he is upholding laws against sedition. I truly believe that a country that doesn't punish sedition doesn't have laws. It has suggestions. And he's the only one who actually treats betrayal like betrayal.
Yeah, like when he pardoned all those people who literally committed sedition. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the seditious acts that was done by that one retired military leader and
Oh
all
no,
that other
I'm
crap
talking
that
about those
he's
people who
promising.
literally attacked the Capitol trying to stop a democratic process while he fucking tried to overturn a free and fair election by freaking hiring fake electors in order trying to get people to put in fake electors so he can steal an election anti-democratically, which literally is the definition of sedition.
I don't know, because he told those people to be peaceful at the end of it. He's not responsible for their actions.
Yes, he is.
And why would he be responsible for their
Because
actions?
that's what sedition is.
And is it not seditious for a military leader to advise people to disobey orders?
If they're unlawful orders. Because if that's the case, then Pete Hegseth is also seditious. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
You believe that he's also seditious, that freaking, the entire military law, like every single general that's ever existed in the, in our modern day American military, they're also seditious?
Anyone who tells the soldiers to disobey orders, that's sedition.
Yeah, that's literally in like the Department of Defense manual, dude. That's in our in Geneva Convention, bro. Like literally, it's
I'm
our
sorry,
law
what's the
that says
Department
that.
of Defense? What's the Department of Defense? I've not heard of this.
Oh, well, you should have. Because until Congress declares it anything else than that, it's still the Department of Defense.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it goes by a different name now.
It can go by the name, that's fine. But until Congress says it, okay, it's still the Department of Defense.
And what gave Congress that right to do that?
The Constitution.
Okay, but Constitution doesn't matter. I mean, the Articles of Confederation still apply.
Oh, gotcha. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, how so?
Oh, no, I just realized you were dumb. So now I don't want to have this conversation anymore.
Oh, really? I'm the dumb one? You freaking liberal? Shut up.
Sorry, it just kind of came to me that he was dumb. And so I was just like, Robert, thank you so much for the New Year's Eve. Shorts, thank you so much for the floating heart. Don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you for the $10 super chat. Said, ask about Con Plan 8888. The zombies are coming. Are the zombies here? All right, we're gonna go through a few super chats real quick. Granny, thank you so much for the marshmallow. Valador, thank you so much for the $5. Said Color is either a troll or a live action Trump propaganda bot. Hang in there, Polly. Have a great night. Thank you so much. You grifters have no utility in real life, Beta. You're literally what's supplying my grift right here. I gave you purpose. Brad, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, where were you born doesn't define your skin color. That color is on a line of that good stuff. Yeah, that was that dude earlier. Louis said, odd. This dude was super chatting me the whole time. Are you still here? Send me more money. Danielle, thanks for $2 to try not to fall off the edge. Ed took me out. Yeah, I was laughing at that one too. Brad the Fagan, thank you so much for the $5. It's stolen valor drives me so far up the damn wall, especially with family who has been in the military. Dude, that was fucking wild, man. The fact he didn't even claim to have served. He just went straight to I was an infantry officer and then knew nothing. That was just wild to me. Thank you so much, Brad. Great, thank you so much for the $5. At the bottom left-hand corner of the windshield proves she was shot at the side of the car, close to the driver's side door when he was shot at the first shot. Yeah, because it was coming at an angle. You could see it. It's so obvious. I don't know. Very simple to me. Like, I don't know why they try to pretzel themselves for that. Danielle, thank you so much for the $5. Said, Polly, have you seen the most recent video? It's from a balcony and shows once again he did not get hit and he actually leaned into the vehicle. Yeah, I actually, wait, did I see that one? I don't know. I've seen so many. I don't know if it was specifically that one, but I did see one that showed that. So yeah, I've seen quite a few of those. Sean, thank you so much for the $5. As a conservative, I still like your lives and how you call it the BS. Paulie, even though we have some different views, appreciate your takes. Oh, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All Truth, thank you so much for the $5. Said your lost cause, acting on the defunct, defrauded United States corporation that will no longer exist. Accept it. Wipe your solly ass tears. Dude, you know what? I'm just so hurt. I'm so hurt. I'm not like I'm hurt, but like I think you could hurt me more. You know what I'm saying? Like if you'd say something like that, but send it in like a $20 super chat, I bet I would be like so much more angry. You know, I'd probably cry myself to sleep tonight. If you want to be honest, I think you should try and find out. Frank, thank you so much for the $5. And the man just said that he got his citizenship like a month ago. Regardless if he supports Trump or not, you should congratulate him for that. Why? Cool. Welcome to the shit show. You just got your citizenship and now you're freaking supporting the guy who's trying to get rid of everybody trying to do what you did. Fuck you. Yeah. Meg, thank you so much for the gifted. Hey, buddy, my phone line's only on when I turn it on. So stop whining. Okay. I am going to take another caller, but I'm only going to take it if you stop fucking whining. Okay? Stop being a little child. See, now my phone line is on. Whining. Okay. Hi. I'm going to take another caller, but
Hey.
I'm only going to take. Can you turn off the background noise?
What's up?
Awesome. How old are you?
Hey, I'm 34.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to need you to turn off the background noise. I don't want to hear my own voice in the live in the background.
Yeah, my fault, man. It's off right now.
Awesome. Why do you support Trump?
You know, I think it's just the best option that we have, if I'm being honest. I don't think any of these options are ever like.
What's the other option?
Well, I mean, if we go back to the last election.
We don't need to go back to the last election. I said, why do you still support him? It's 2026, big dog.
I mean, I still support him. I like what he's doing, to be frank with you. I like what he's doing in his foreign policy in particular, right? Like, whether it's with Venezuela or whether it's with China, it's like all the things that we're doing here. It's like literally to protect American interests. I guess what I'm more curious about is like, what is the big issue that you've got with them?
Well, I just think it's funny that the president that ran on America first, your biggest congratulations to him is his foreign policy.
Yeah, listen. Well, I don't support like everything that's going on, obviously, right? And I don't think with any presidential with any president that we've got here, you're not going to agree with everything. Like his policy on Israel is not something that I particularly
Funny, you mentioned
love.
another foreign thing.
Yeah, I mean, foreign policy is part of being president, man. Like I don't know, like what.
No, I'm just saying did he or did he not, like when you voted for him, because you stated that you voted for him in 2024, right? You voted for him because he said, I'm not going to get into all these foreign wars. I'm the president of peace. I'm America first. We need to let all these other countries fight their own battles. Like, it's all about America, 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 America. We need to stop, like, all this, influence that we're doing in Ukraine, waste of fucking time. Like, we don't need to be doing any of that stuff. And then he comes in, does the exact opposite of that, burns the American, burns the American domestic economy, completely focuses on overseas, and now everybody's like, oh yeah, even though he said he was gonna do the exact opposite of that, I'm really happy he's doing exactly the opposite of what he told us. It's just kind of weird to me, man. Like if I voted for somebody and they did the exact opposite of everything I said they were gonna do when I voted for him, I'd be pretty pissed, not making excuses for him.
But that's not what he does. So you're kind of like reframing the argument here, right? So in actuality, here's what it is. Like, things come up. Foreign problems, foreign conflict, it's going to come up. And that just is what it is. And when it comes up, the president has to deal with it.
Okay, right? How did Venezuela come up?
If I'm being honest with you, I think it was very clear about Venezuela. He was very clear.
I'm not saying he wasn't clear. Okay? I said, how did it come up?
It's just like American interest, right? It's like
if we know we've had a bounty on him for like 6.
If we know China's about to make a move on Taiwan, right, and we see that Russia, we already see everything that's going on around the world right now, And then we see Venezuela squandering the oil supply like that. It's like, okay,
No,
well,
no,
hey,
sir.
why
I'm
don't
not
we
talking about
why
about
don't we look at
sir.
Greenland next,
You're trying to talk
actually,
about the
right? Like,
intricacies. I'm asking you how it came up. How did a country that had the same ruler that he had last time, that we had a bounty on last time, that he knew about when he ran, when he said he wasn't going to do this, how did that just come up?
So I think this is actually part of the difficulty of talking about the foreign policy piece, because I do think there's like other things that go on, like in the war room when you're talking to generals.
Sure, I'm sure there is, sir, but this didn't come up. This is a long historical thing that has been going on, right? Like this isn't something that's like new. This isn't like a new conflict that popped up out of nowhere, right? Like,
I guess for me, rather than focusing on like the specifics, like what's going on in Venezuela or any of these foreign countries, or just like make it about like, I guess, like, you know, you said America first. Why are we dealing with foreign policy? My bigger question to you is, and I'm truly interested. I see you're out. You know, you're a brother. I'm just curious, man. Like, what is it about Donald that bothers you so much?
Sir, there's tons of things that bother me, but what bothers me more than anything is when like you guys just like pretzel yourselves into things. And I know you're trying to move on with the conversation because obviously like that line of questioning, you know, makes you like not sound too bright. You know what I'm saying? And so you're trying to move the conversation, and that's totally fine.
Brother, I don't. First of all, I'm extremely bright. Secondly, I don't really care about sounding bright either. That doesn't really bother me. I'm okay to be wrong.
That's obvious, sir. That's totally fine. What I'm saying is, sir,
part of the reason I called in is because, you know, like maybe you have some views. I see your channel. I thought it was cool.
Totally cool.
Again,
sir, let me finish, and we can have whatever conversation you want. Okay.
Cool.
I just do find it just kind of crazy in the head, okay, that a president that ran strictly on America first has now somehow become Argentina first, has become Israel first, has become Venezuela first, has become Greenland first, has become everyone first except for us, has had a full concentration on foreign policy, okay, at the expense of the American freaking policy, right? His tariff policies have directly raised, you know, like the prices of consumer goods in the United States. It's been the reason for the loss of jobs. It's been the reason for, you know, the high unemployment rate. It's been all of these things, right? And it like we can talk about the foreign policy stuff. I don't have a problem with that. That's not an issue. I'm just saying it's wild how, like in 2024, because I was doing this in 2024, y'all told me so many times over and over and over and over how you guys were voting for Donald Trump specifically for this reason, that he wasn't going to do this, and now he's doing it, and now everyone is defending him doing it, and it doesn't make any sense to me. But regardless of that,
I get where you're coming from, but I do think it's a little bit respectfully, a little bit tunnel vision. Right, because just because he's doing these things for foreign policy doesn't mean he's not still America first oriented.
But he is. But he's not.
I'll also say, as far as I'm concerned, like, I never voted for the guy because he's like America first. It's like not the reason I ever voted for him, right? Like, to be frank with you, I voted for him because Kamala Harris is not a real candidate. Joe Biden, the only reason Joe Biden won when he did win is because people hated Donald, not because they thought Joe was good. Joe was probably one of the worst presidents I've ever seen in my life.
Actually,
abysmal. Right?
Actually, we had 150 presidential scholars vote on this. Actually, funny enough, and they all studied the entirety of full presidential terms and looked at all the presidents to see who was actually the worst. You know who it was?
I don't look at.
It was Donald Trump, sir. By the way, it was Donald Trump. He was rated as the worst president in American history.
I went to Ivy League law school, right? Before, like, now I'm, you know, corporate attorney, whatever. But I went to Ivy League law school. I can tell you one thing about scholars, right? Quote unquote scholars. The people that you would cite to the most that come from like these ivory towers, like these Ivy League institutions and everything else that's adjacent to it. Like, these people are it's 70-80% liberal. That just is what it is. So when I hear that like all these people voted on it, it's not really persuasive just because there's bias. There's other things
they voted tons of conservatives in the top 10.
I don't know that that's accurate. I'm not really.
But it is accurate. They voted a whole bunch of conservatives into the top 10, into the top 20, into the top 25.
What you're looking at is a bunch of academic scholars and stuff, right? Like I don't think that this isn't like it's not a persuasive argument to say like, oh yeah, the scholars voted for it. Like, scholars have voted for a lot of like shit. Like, scholars right now are voting for all sorts of nonsense, saying like men or women and this and that and whatnot, like things that I think are just absolutely like yeah, if I do a bunch of mental gymnastics, maybe I can make this make sense in my head. So just that academic scholars voted for it, like we're kind of like
Sir,
feeding the
it's not
we
hard to
can't-
tell,
we
sir.
can't feed- we can't
Okay,
feed
how about
the
this?
critical
You went to
thinking.
law school. How was Biden one of the worst presidents of your lifetime?
Well, so he wasn't a real president. Like just like dementia. I think that
He
much is,
had
like, clear.
dementia. Okay, so what
everyone.
proof, Mr.
I
Ivy
think
Lee
that was
Law
pretty
School,
clear.
do you have that he had dementia?
I think it was pretty fucking obvious.
Okay, so
He's
how
not
much
really-
would
I don't know if that
it's
matters.
pretty fucking obvious hold up in court?
Okay, all right, brother. Listen, man. Like, listen.
No, I'm
here's-
really
here's-
curious,
here's-
sir. I'm curious
so
how
here's
it's
the
really
thing.
fucking
Here's the thing.
obvious would hold up in court.
Here's
Here's a funny thing, though.
here's-
Here's a funny thing, though. It is a really funny thing.
Honest discussion. I don't know if your channel's about honest discussion or not. If
It
your
is
channel's
about honest discussion. You're refusing to have an
well,
honest
then
discussion.
If your channel's about honest discussion, I think you
It
have
is.
to
You're just
feed it.
refusing to have it.
Then you have to be able to at least feed what is so terribly obvious.
Sir, there is
Joe
tons of
Biden
stuff that is very
definitely
obvious,
has
sir.
to
What you're saying is not terribly obvious. What
The
you're
man couldn't
saying
make it off
is you're
his
talking
face.
with
He
your
couldn't make it off
emotions.
his face. He's shaking hands where there's no one there, like there's a ghost, a parent, or whatever. Like it's just like it's
I've seen
so,
Donald Trump do
like,
both of those things within the last 6 months.
Okay, listen, man. Like if your channel's just about like I hate
Sir,
Donald Trump, to get
I've
views,
seen Donald
stop
Trump, and there
But
is
if
video.
your
Sir,
channel-
stop talking. Stop talking. Stop
you're
talking.
getting some eyes on
Stop
your channel, man.
talking.
You have a chance. You
Stop
have
talking. Stop talking. Thank you. I saw you guys said that that Joe Biden was falling downstairs. I watched Donald Trump fall up fucking stairs. You said he couldn't walk in a straight line. I watched Donald Trump not be able to walk into a straight line. You said he was going around a room like a fucking Roomba. I watched Donald Trump do that exact same thing with the Japanese prime minister. I've watched Donald Trump shake hands where there is no one there. I've seen him freaking walk towards exits that don't fucking exist. I have seen all of those things that you claimed with Joe Biden happen with Donald Trump since he's been president today. And let's add on to the fact that Donald Trump described to everyone in the United States how he took a dementia test and how it was super hard. He said that. Those aren't my words. He described a dementia test, right? There's actually a name for the dementia test. I don't remember off the top of my head, but literally was like, oh yeah, this was on the fucking test. Described a dementia test, said it was super hard, which dementia tests are not supposed to be hard, okay? And then was sent to freaking the hospital for a brain MRI. Okay, so what I'm saying, sir, is, okay, if you are going to say that Joe Biden has dementia, which again, I do not believe Joe Biden had dementia. Do I believe that there was some freaking like some cognitive decline in Joe Biden towards the end of his presidency? 100%. This is why we shouldn't be voting in 80-something-year-old people. Okay. Do I believe there was some cognitive decline? 100%. Do I believe it was dementia? No. Why do I not believe it's dementia? Oh, because everybody who actually freaking does that for a living says they have no proof that it's dementia, and it's a bunch of people that went to law school trying to tell me that it's that it's dementia, right? So, and no actual doctors are actually saying that, or anyone that are worth their fucking credibility, right? So, anyways, I do believe that there was some cognitive decline, but if you are going to tell me that you believe Joe Biden has dementia, then you also have to admit that since Donald Trump is showing all of those same traits, that Donald Trump also has dementia. That's all I'm saying, is you have to be consistent.
Yeah. So I guess I think we should leave this topic alone.
No, we're not leaving it anywhere, sir. Admit that Donald Trump has dementia.
Well, listen, man. I'll tell you like this: if it is like not clear to you that Joe Biden was in severe mental decline, then like there's nothing I can say on this line.
Sir,
right
I already said that. Were you not paying attention?
No, I heard you. I heard what you said, but you're saying you've seen all that stuff from Donald. Like if you think that these two people are even like anywhere near around the same, like I'm not.
No, I think
talking about whether or not,
Dementia
what
Don
they
is
say.
way worse.
You don't have to like what he says. You can hate what Donald says.
When I can
and
understand
still
what he says.
agree that he is far more cognitively.
I don't agree with that in the slightest, sir. I don't agree with that in the slightest. And here's the sad part, sir. Sir, but here's the sad part. But here's the sad part, sir. If you want to, no, we're not talking about something else. We're talking exactly about this right here, sir. Just to let you know. Just to let you. Nope, I'm not concerned. Nope, not interested. Nope, I'm still talking about the last thing. Nope. Stop.
What are you talking
Sir, one of us is able to admit, I'm very able to admit that Joe Biden, the person that I voted for, had some cognitive decline at the end of his term because of his age, most likely. Okay. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, nor do I diagnose anyone with dementia, but I would say that there was some cognitive decline, and I assume it's because of his age. I have no problem admitting that. Okay. But you, who support Donald Trump, okay, have no ability to say that he is also experiencing cognitive decline when you're saying the exact same things. Saying the exact same thing. So either A, yes, I did.
Ask me if I think that first.
Yeah. So if one of us is delusional, if one of us just doesn't like the way a guy talks or what a guy says and just can't fucking admit it, that would be you, sir, because I have no problem looking at the reality of the situation. It seems like you do.
Oh my God, dude! Like this is actually. Look, man, I have no problem admitting, right, that Donald Trump is like 75 plus years old. Like I'm sure
80 plus and in cognitive decline.
Whatever. He's got cognitive decline. I'm sure.
And had a hard time with a dementia test.
Does, right? But that's not what this conversation is about, right?
It is now.
Like listen, as far as I'm concerned, even if we take away the cognitive decline aspect of it, Joe Biden was woefully unfit prior to that. You can just go back and look at the man's credentials. He went to one of the worst law schools that you could possibly go to in the nation. The man then somehow, I don't know how this happened, he gets caught for plagiarism, straight up for cheating. You could fact check me all this. And he gets caught for cheating at a time. So riddle me this, how do you get caught? There's no internet. There's no turnitin.com. There is no just like, oh, turn this in, see if you wrote it.
How old are you? Like 23?
No, what are you talking? Dude, I'm 34 years old, man.
You're 34 and you don't know how people cheated before fucking turnitin.com?
I'm saying, how do you get caught cheating?
Okay, cool. What law school did Trump go to?
Ivy League. I'm not going to disclose the name. It was Ivy League.
Oh, I know what school he went to. What law school did he go to?
I don't know. It was like some American something.
Oh,
some shit law school.
Yeah, except for he didn't go to law school.
What? Wait, what? You said he didn't go to law school?
No.
Wait, what did you just say? Bro, you just said Joe Biden didn't go to law school.
Nope, you're doing too much talking and not enough listening.
What did you just say?
I said, what law school did Trump go to?
Trump didn't go to law school. Trump went to Penn for business school.
Trump went to Wharton College and got C's.
He went to Fordham. He transferred to Penn.
he went to Wharton College and got C's and was called a very actually bad student. Yeah. But see here, after whatever college shit that you're talking about, after whatever college stuff you're talking about, sir, after whatever college stuff you're talking to, obviously, sir, you're a proof of that, okay? But regardless of any of that, sir, okay? After we left college, okay, I don't know if you know this or not, but people had a lot of lives after that. Okay. And Joe Biden was a longtime senator in our Congress, then became the vice president of the United States. And for you to say somebody that spent their life as a senator, right, actually legislating and then became the vice president of the United States, right, that, and worked within the executive as, one of the highest people in our country, right, for you to say that person is somehow not qualified to be president, right, is like an exercise in like the most willful ignorance I've ever heard in my life. Where Donald Trump had absolutely no experience in the government whatsoever. His proof of that is in his inability to legislate at this time, right? He was a failed businessman, right? And you're saying that somehow that is more qualified than the person who was literally the vice president is crazy.
No, I don't think it's that crazy, actually. Like, I mean, if you think about it, when Joe Biden first got into politics and he got elected, he was competing with about half the people that are currently like in the general candidate pool. Why? Because when he was getting elected, it was whites only. Like that's the era that Joe Biden started running in. That's like when he made his name.
Are you criticizing him for being old? Like, cool, dude. He started politics a long time ago.
I'm saying he was competing against about half the talent that existed in the country. That's what I'm.
You could say the same thing about Donald Trump's business interests.
Listen, man, I think all that's fine, well and good. What I'm saying is Joe Biden has literally nothing to show for his name. Like, listen, so at least with Donald Trump, right? Like, when you go back and you watch his YouTube videos from that he had with Oprah, whoever else, back when black people thought he wasn't a racist, like 30, 40 years ago.
When did black people not think Joe Biden was a racist?
No, Joe Biden was certainly a racist.
I said, when did black people say that he wasn't a racist?
No, I'm talking about Donald Trump. But for Joe Biden actually argued not to desegregate the busing. This is like
No,
back
he
in, like,
didn't.
the
That's a bold-faced lie.
60s or 70s.
There's no
60s,
way.
70s.
There's no way you went to law school.
Go
There's
look at it. He
zero
actually
fucking chance.
Joe Biden actually prides himself. In fact, he used to pride himself on
No.
being able to work across the aisle from guys on the other side who were KKK. He literally would pride himself.
Oh, you're talking about what's his name? Robert Byrd.
Whatever his name was.
Yeah,
Like,
Robert Byrd was
I'll be
the
honest, man,
Robert Byrd was the
like,
senator.
I don't track his name like that.
Oh, see, I do though. Okay. And so Robert Byrd was a person that he worked with in the Senate who, as a young teenager, did get caught up and join the KKK. And then, as still a teenager, left it because he hated it and spent his entire life fighting for social justice. Dedicated his entire life to fighting for social justice. And that's why Joe Biden worked with him, because they both were fighting for social justice of people. And yes, that person did have a history of being in the
that's not what he was doing
KKK.
at
And
the
I think
time,
that that's
though.
fucking horrible. And I think that is sad. But hey, if
This-
somebody freaking has a bad history and they decide to change their life and move towards social justice and for civil rights for people, then who am I to fucking judge?
Joe Biden literally has done racist shit. He said racist shit.
Of course he has.
But we don't even need to go back. Don't even need to go back far in history. Go back to when he was on the Breakfast Club, and he straight up said, like, hey, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Why? Because if you're black, you
Sir,
vote Democrat.
nobody's arguing with you that an 80-year-old white guy in the United States has said some racist shit. I implore
I've not
you
heard
to
Donald
find me,
say
sir.
anything
I
that's
implore
overtly
for you to
racist,
find
though.
me,
That's
sir.
my point. No,
Sir,
my
I
problem is
implore
I've not
for you,
heard
sir.
one thing that Donald Trump said
Sir,
about racism.
I implore for you,
haven't heard-
sir.
I haven't
I
heard
implore for
anything.
you to find me
Sir,
a
sir, I
singular
haven't
white
heard anything
person in
from
his
Donald
80s
Trump
in the
that
United
was
States.
racist.
I
That's my thing.
implore you, sir, to find me one singular 80-plus-year-old white man in the United States who hasn't said something racist. I implore you to find one for me.
Donald Trump, there's nothing on record of Donald saying anything racist. You can't like name one thing that's actually overtly racist.
Is that a fucking joke?
Everything that's made out to be racist about what Donald says is just like it's straight up
Bro,
like race baiting.
I'm
Yeah,
letting
it's-
everyone out there know, y'all. Like, if you were considering going to Ivy League school, like, because you thought it would make you smarter, like, keep your money. Like, don't waste your money on fucking on going, because if this is the product that you get at the end, you are wasting so many dollars, like all the dollars.
Oh man, wasting all the money. Look, man, I think there's a very real conversation to be had about all this stuff. But I also think it requires all of us to step out of our feelings.
Sir,
and,
I'm
like,
not in
maintain
my
open-
feelings, sir. I'm in the facts.
Look, man.
Just like I have the facts
man,
up right
I'm a-
here
I'm a
of
black
literally
dude. I'm a
every
black dude.
single Donald Trace's thing that Donald Trump has
Yeah,
done since the
I'm a black
70s.
dude that's surrounded by liberals.
Sir,
at
I
one
could
point,
not
and
give a
all
shit what
throughout.
color you are. That does not change what I have up on the screen showing every single racist thing that Donald Trump has done over his history over the last
What
50
has he
fucking
done?
years in this
What
fucking
is
country.
this?
Sir, I have a very, 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 very long list is
Dude,
what I
it's too
fucking
blurry.
have,
You
sir.
can't even see it on your screen. It's too blurry. Actually, just letting you know, but it's a little blurry. I don't think the viewers can really see that.
Oh, well,
It could be
the
me.
viewers can worry about whether they can see it or not, okay? And you worry about whatever you got to worry about, okay?
All right, brother. All right,
They're
hey,
saying it's not blurry at all. Maybe you need some glasses too.
I don't know. Let me know where you get your shit from. Maybe I'll go cop some of those. I guess.
Cassandra, thank you so
Right,
much for the $1 over on Venmo. I really appreciate that. Sorry,
man.
did you have something
I'm,
else to say?
No. Yeah, I guess on the ending now. So I got to get back to work here. But to end this out, I do think there's a real conversation to be had here. I'm not sure if your channel's like meant to be that platform for real conversation, or I'm not really sure like what your objective is. There's different objectives, right? And all of them are fine, right?
Here's the thing. When I come up, when I have these conversations, and I do actually like to truly have conversations, right? The first thing I need you to do is get out of your feelings. Okay? That's the first thing that has to happen. Hold on, sir. Nope. See, you're getting back in them right now. Hold on. You're getting back in them right now. Okay? Okay, cool. So, right now, you are in a oh my God, Biden had dementia. He's the worst president. Dude. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's all your feelings. Okay, that's all that is. At the end of the day, Donald Trump wasn't even running against Joe Biden. Okay, you guys just have Biden just so stuck in your head because Donald Trump keeps talking about him every fucking day. I swear to God, that dude's in his 5th year of his fucking presidency. The way that you guys talk about Joe Biden as if he literally just left office last month when dude hasn't been the president in a fucking year. Okay, so you guys still are on this Joe Biden thing. I don't think Joe Biden should have been president the first time. But again, sir, I don't think that any 80-year-old dudes in the United States, dudes or women, I'm not judging, I don't think any 80-year-olds at all should be president. Why? Because I think you lose a step when you're in your fucking 80s. That's why 80-year-olds are pretty much non-employable in any other fucking part of workable society, except for apparently Congress and the presidency. Okay, so I don't think any of them are. And saying that Joe Biden lost a step, not an issue with me, sir. Again, Joe Biden was way too centrist for me. As far as I'm concerned, he was a fucking Republican. Okay, but saying that he didn't do anything or that he didn't have the ability to lead for as long as he did is just crazy, because he passed some of the most influential policy in United States history, including the largest infrastructure bill in American history, the PACT Act, which helps support our troops, and freaking the Chips and Sciences Act, which is literally going to set up our national security for decades. Okay, so saying he did nothing because he was in cognitive decline is literally just craziness. But then on that other side, to watch Donald Trump do all of those same actions, sir, you said Joe Biden was the worst president in your lifetime. Okay, let's not try to backtrack on it now. Okay. To watch Donald Trump, who literally has done one meaningful piece of legislation in this entire presidency, which is the big, beautiful bill, to go on top of his one piece of meaningful legislation in his first term, which was the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, and to compare that, okay, to the policy that was passed under the Biden administration, Biden wins by a landslide. It's not even in the fucking ballpark.
Auto pen. Look at your chat, bro. Like
Sir.
auto pen.
Yeah, do you know what the auto pen
Joe
is?
Joe Biden was totally not there. And then after Joe Biden, listen,
Sir, do you know what the auto pen is?
If we're going to be angry, I think before we even
I'm
get
not angry at all, sir. There's nothing to be angry about with you. Do you know what, sir? When was the first use of the auto pen in the United States? When was the first use of the auto pen in the United States, sir?
Let me speak for a second.
For everybody who doesn't know, okay, while this guy's going to continue to talk, the first president to use the auto pen in the United States was Thomas Jefferson. And every president, including the current one, has used the auto pen ever since. Okay, this is some literal propaganda bullshit that he's fucking about to spread here. But go ahead.
There's a bigger issue here, right? Like, let's get to the core of it, right? Because my voting record is quite nuanced, right? I went Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, right? Like Donald Trump 2 times after, right? Like, that's my voting record. The only reason I turned from like voting Democratic in the first instance is like, you're not going to give me Joe Biden who can't say a sentence on stage. I'm like, I don't think this guy's all here, and then expect me to vote for him. And then right after that, you're going to give me Kamala Harris, just word salad, can't go to an interview and sound coherent like an educated person.
Your feelings. Okay, that's all you're describing. No, that's all you're describing to me, sir, is your feelings. Okay, and that's totally fine. This is why I said a minute ago, sir. This is why I said ago, sir.
If I'm like, you're giving me terrible candidates on the Democratic
because Donald Trump is also a terrible candidate and a much worse candidate than Kamala Harris.
Cool. Let's say, all right, how about this? I'll agree with you. Donald's a terrible candidate.
Yeah.
Cool. Now I have to take the worst of 2 evils.
Right. On one evil, you had a felon rapist
that are absolute trash.
Yeah.
What else can I do?
Yeah, you picked the one that's you picked the one that's not a felon, that's not a rapist, that didn't sexualize his daughter, that didn't sexualize a 10-year-old, that freaking didn't hang out with Epstein, right? You picked that one. You picked the guy who didn't cheat on his first wife with his second wife with the third wife with a porn star. Okay, which he then used freaking finances in order to freaking cover up, right? You pick the other one than that, see? And it's really not that difficult, right? You just have to have some like slight sense of morality and humanity, and then you choose the one that's like that. It's pretty simple.
This last presidential election, the results of it shows you that it's actually that difficult. Right, and this is the problem that I see with a lot of Democrats today. Like a lot of these Democrats, a lot of you guys.
I'm not a Democrat, sir.
You think you clearly
I'm
are.
not a
Crazy
Democrat.
Clearly, a lot of you guys.
See, again, he's with his feelings. He's with his feelings.
Both blue, no matter what.
He's all in his feelings. He's like, you're obviously a Democrat, sir. Sir, I'm not a fucking Democrat. Sir, I'm not a Democrat. Sir, all right, I'll just mute you. I'm not a Democrat, okay? And I think it's very important for you to realize that because you have been brainwashed to believe anybody that doesn't like Trump is a Democrat, okay? You've been brainwashed to believe that, okay? So now you believe that anybody that can speak logically, right, about why Donald Trump is bad has to be a Democrat because there's no way anybody else would actually not support Trump. When the reality of the situation is that Donald Trump's approval rating is in the 30s. Okay, the majority and overwhelming majority of Americans do not approve of what Donald Trump is doing. You're in the minority. And because of that, that means there's a whole shit ton of Republicans and a whole shit ton of fucking independents who do not support Trump. But you need that for your narrative because you're in your feelings. You're letting that super large amygdala talk.
No one's in their feelings, man. It's just like, listen, like when the presidential election goes the way it does against one of the most hated candidates you've ever seen before. Like, I think it should be a wake-up call to the Democratic Party. That should have been a fucking layup, if I'm being honest with you. As many people as I know that hate Donald Trump, it should have been a layup. The fact that you can't produce a candidate that's able to stand on their own 2 feet and actually put up a fight against the guy, that's insane. It's crazy that, like, oh, when you can beat the guy, it's not that you're beating the guy because you produce a good candidate. No, you're beating the guy.
Sir, I don't produce candidates because I'm not a Democrat. Do you not hear me? Do you not have like for somebody that it fucking apparently went to Ivy League law school, you should have been able to actually hear the words that I have repeated at least a dozen times now. I am not a Democrat. 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 Maybe I need a sign up. Maybe I should make like a sign or something so that this guy can understand that I'm not a Democrat.
Donald Trump is the first black president. That's the first thing. That's where we need to start, I think.
There's no way this guy fucking got accepted into community college.
Donald Trump is, in fact,
he called himself a fucking Ivy League guy. There's no way this guy got accepted into community college. I'm not sure he got accepted into high school.
We should start right there.
This dude was still on the books with the pictures. Okay.
Wow, brother, that's a little crazy,
that's a little high for you. Yeah, but I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to start right there, though. Donald Trump. There's nothing racist about the guy. The guy's got like some policy.
All right. Anyways, y'all make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Ivy League law school, my ass. He said that. I actually thought I was going to get to having an intellectual conversation with somebody. Boy, was I wrong. Y'all make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I really thought, I was like, oh, maybe I'll get like a good intellectual conversation before the night's over. And he just literally, and instead of that, what I got was a nice bit of Fox News, propaganda points, which was so much fun. Shush, thank you so much for the floating heart. Robert, thank you so much for the New Year's Eve. Ooh, Shush, thank you so much for the happy poop. Montgomery, thank you so much for the $2. Said this is entertainment. Thank you so much. I hope to be entertaining. Hit that follow button. And Delaney, thank you so much for the $2. Said, Mr. Caller, do you need an optometrist? I know one. Yeah, apparently that dude needed glasses and a full brain. And Louise, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Huge W's in the chat for Luis for the 10 gifteds. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Luis. Oh, that was so much fun. All right, y'all. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, hearing test too, for sure. I plan on being off tomorrow. If I am going to be on, I'll be on like a lot later. But I plan to be off tomorrow to do some tennis stuff. But if I do get on, it'll be after. We'll see. I'll put it in the Discord if I get there. Thank you guys so much for getting me up to 200K. I really appreciate that and help me clear in a good little part of the gift gallery. We got almost halfway there. We got 5 of 12. That's not bad. We'll see if we can clear off some more tomorrow or next day. All right. All right. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys later. All right. Talk to you guys later. All right. Bye.